It's an honor to be here with the first Jewish president of the United States. And if he isn't, he should be.
You guys are trying to fertilize my mind with the seed of, what would you call it?
Next level content. We're trying to help you get up to the next level.
Now here's the thing about me that's a secret that most people don't know. I'm borderline retarded. And I can't read.
Who is this guy? He's got like every meme ever produced on the internet. He can knock us out with his memes. And I do, I have tons of memes. I'll just keep memeing them to death.
What kind of American are you?
What are you looking forward to most about this film?
Well, I think I'm looking forward to cracking up. I hope I can, totally crack up. So, I haven't, totally cracked up in a long time.
Oh, yeah, well, so it goes, yeah, so it goes.
It's crazy.
I can see your soul. I love you.
Love you too. God bless you.
We're going to beat these people. I hate the New World Order.
Jesus' name!
Yeah. Damn right. You people are going to get it. People ask me why I'm a Christian, why I talk about God. I don't mean these fake churches. I face the New World Order over and over again. They're all devil worshipers. Yeah. It's real. We know who they are, and we're sick of them.
You've been ousted.
We're sick of you hurting children, you filth.
We see you.
We see you, and humanity's rising.
And
you sit there and henpeck us and tell us to submit. We'll never submit to you, and humanity's rising.
And God sees everything.
Damn right.
God sees everything.
I'm ready.
So coach, I was thinking about the music for our routine.
We're gonna skate to one song only.
Well, here it's fine. If you got the time. And that's it to get yourself in. And here is time. Almost every night. But now I might be mistaken.
I love that. Because the pain is the truth. The hurt is the truth.
I gotta figure out how to make money on this. It's simply too good. Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
And I'm going. Once my dick gets wet, I'm coming. Period, I'm not no marathon fucker. I can't fuck for 2 or 3 hours, 3 minutes, good night, and I'm gone.
I don't think I've ever been choked completely out.
The first time I got choked out was like this 17-year-old super hot chick, and I was like 13.
Tied up.
Craziest shit ever. You can't fucking admit they're fucking killing Artie Morgan, so you're telling me it isn't real when they had a fucking vote in the goddamn fucking Senate.
That's a conspiracy theory.
I am ready to beat your fucking ass. You think you're fucking tough, you're about to get it. Bullshit! They're killing Artie Morgan babies. Stop fucking lying. God fucking damn it. I'm getting pissed now.
Don't get pissed. Go.
No, I mean,
Okay.
you saw the dude. It's going to
You are being raped. You were tricked and duped like a fool, and now you are being raped, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm not gonna kill myself, but I want to.
No, because you was looking at my license plate for what? For what?
You don't have the right to run this.
I got my rights to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer. That doesn't mean anything.
It's degenerate Goya trash.
And there's also been a lot of discussion recently about your mental and physical capabilities while you were in office.
You can see that. I'm mentally incompetent, and I can't walk, and I can beat the hell out of both of them.
It's crazy that Texas just banned all THC products like a week ago,
It's all THC products, Delta 8, no matter what it is, any type of THC is banned in the state of Texas. Our Lord and Savior, Joe Rogan, resides there, and he's not getting on our congressman's ass about that.
What are you going to do? The boomers just don't like dope.
It's crazy that, like, these are elected officials. Or is it even elected officials voting on this? Who the fuck passed this? Because it's obviously not the people of Texas. If there was a vote on whether THC was legal in Texas, there is no way that less than half of the people would actually vote against having legal weed. This is straight up old boomer congressmen that are just making insane takes in 2025.
I mean, I don't live in Texas. Texas is pretty cool, I guess, but yeah, it's a bad take. It's a rough take. Just get the state tax money. Come on now.
At the very least, like,
pay for some more playgrounds with the pot money, maybe. I don't know.
Who's against all that revenue coming in? They're money hungry. You'd think that they would fucking argue. In this day and age, with what we know about weed, it just blows my mind that an entire state that big with that many people in it is still voting against all THC, even Delta 8, bro.
Fuck you, Dylan. It's Schedule 1. What the fuck are you talking about? It has no medical use. It's just addictive.
Those same congressmen will get busted for DUI, fucking driving home shit faced.
He can make, like, I mean, he's the governor of Texas, whatever. The congressman, what is it? Who is he?
I don't know who's voting for that. Like, I literally don't know how that got passed. I just saw on the news, and, like, all the YouTube comments were just, like, saying, like, I live in Texas. This is fucking insane. Like, some people were saying that they're veterans and they need it for their fucking PTSD.
I'm totally uninformed, but yeah, I mean, I can see this happening. I don't know. Whoever's doing this, stop it. What are you gonna do? It's Texans. They got it. It's the Lone Star State.
They gotta it's purely just for, like, putting people in the system and, like, getting money from them through citations. Like, I don't know what would be the argument at this point for that. Like, it's just, whenever they make these pointless fucking traffic stops, it blows my mind how much the cops fish for shit. Like, it'll just start off by, like, hey, you got a tail light out. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, literally, you have no control over this. Your tail light went out. So we're going to bring a dog up around the car.
As much as I don't like arresting people for marijuana, I guarantee the reasoning behind it is to stop the cartels. It's right next to, I mean, it's next to Mexico, dude. It's Texas.
That doesn't make any sense because that's just...
I mean, I agree with you. What? We're going to make all dope illegal just because a bunch of smugglers have been doing it for years?
But they're just making the smugglers actually make more money by passing that. If we don't allow dispensaries, legal dispensaries, they have fucking so many dispensaries in Texas, I think medical or whatever the fuck. But they have places where people were buying THC products. I don't know if it was just strictly Delta 8 or what, but they were for sure getting THC, and now it's banned completely no matter what the type is. People were getting by with, like, oh yeah, it's THCA, not THC, which is what's banned. So, like, we can ship this because it's perfectly legal. And, like, whenever you spoke THCA, it just turns into THC, so it is the same thing. Mm-hmm. That was a crazy workaround that they were getting by with. But the licensing in the dispensary industry, where you have to have like $100,000 just to actually start making money off of that, is so gay. The licensing overall in every fucking state. In every state, you got to get a license for a business just to fucking trade with your neighbor. It blows my mind how unconstitutional shit we put up with every single day, and nobody says anything about it.
It is pretty gay. But, I don't know. I'm just happy we don't live in Texas. That's all I have to say.
If I want to start a massage parlor and I just want to massage my boys and make money off it, say my boys were consenting. We're consenting to this massage. They're just trying to give me some money for a massage. I literally cannot make a massage parlor and like accept money without getting a license to do so from the state.
It's just the takeover of big government. I mean, you need to have a license to be a fucking barber, dude. You need to have a license to do anything. You need to have a license to do anything.
And it's because that you give them an inch and then they take a mile. We've gotten here because they just slowly keep taking and taking from us, and we just keep putting up with more and more. And that's why I've gotten severely addicted to the First Amendment auditors lately, because they're just like, it is. I think that like
you just love the chaos they cause. Just the fucking bullshit they put people through.
I think they are literally fighting for our rights. You have to use your rights and flex your rights in order to maintain them, because they just keep taking more and more from us, and we have to. They get arrested for literally doing nothing over and over again.
Newsflash from Going Postal: start standing up to your local police officer.
Yeah, that's gonna work out well. Just practice really, really hard on reaching for something as fast as you can.
It's a comedy podcast, but I mean, what can we do as American citizens? Are we not going to flex our rights? Are we not going to start First Amendment auditing everybody that we see?
You know,
start standing up to your teachers. If you're in school, start standing up to your teachers. Tell them about your rights as a human.
Do you know what qualified immunity is?
Explain it to the people.
I didn't know what it was until I started watching all this shit, but that's what cops have to get out of what they do wrong. They have qualified immunity, which like no other citizen has. It does, like if any citizen were to do the things that the cops are doing, it would be completely illegal. They would arrest you for what they're doing. But because cops have qualified immunity, which means that it means that they are working on their job to try to protect people, so it gives them immunity to their actions that they cause. So whenever they arrest someone for trespassing, they have no, say you trespass someone from a public sidewalk. They're recording a business from a public sidewalk, which they're allowed to do. You trespass them from there, force them off of where they would want to stand because they pay tax dollars for this sidewalk to be put in. The cop faces no liability from this at all because they have qualified immunity, because they can argue that they were just trying to keep the peace and they were just trying to I guess keep the peace would be the word you would use for it. And since they're trying to maintain the peace, and they have this badge that no one else has, and they can get out of all lawsuits. And then what's crazy is that the taxpayers all have to pay for these lawsuits, which is insane.
It's rough. It's rough having to pay their salary, but I respect what some cops do. Some cops are good cops. It's not like everyone is going to trample over your rights. It's just the ones that do. It's bad. It's bad whenever it happens. I mean, somebody got shot over an acorn falling on a police officer's car. It's improper training. I mean, these guys, there used to be a police academy. I mean, you're probably a beat cop. I don't even know. Probably by day 5. I've never gone through law enforcement training, but it can't be very rigorous anymore. I mean, just how little people want to be cops, it just can't be very rigorous anymore. It's rough. It's a sad reality.
It's definitely a training issue. I've looked into it, and like it's just literally from the top down. Like whenever you have a bad sergeant, it just makes a ton of bad officers. And there is good cops, obviously, but I really think it's getting less and less these days. I think that cops, even the good cops, sit by and let bad cops do bad things, and they don't actually stand up because they have a blue line brother that they're protecting, and they're going to help out their cops. Before even looking into if you're doing anything wrong, they're going to help out the cop just because he's a cop. And like, there's bad people in law enforcement. We all accept that. So why would you not investigate a little before fucking just arresting someone and not having any clue what's going on, just backing up your boy in blue just because? Like, you have no idea what's going on. You're just thinking that he's going to be doing the right thing because he's law enforcement.
Yeah, man, I just think it's because it's all the shit that's happened recently against the police. Once you're backed into a corner, it's easy to go into tribalism. And, I mean, what are you going to do? If you're right there in that situation, as fucked up as it sounds, it's just like you would have been a Nazi too sort of situation. Do you know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah. People all the time, like, there's so many people that just follow orders and don't think about it at all.
It's easy to fall into that as a human. It's very easy.
Whenever there's perceived authority, people will kill over perceived authority. Whenever they look at a government telling them to do something, literally 20% of the population would kill for just no reason. Like,
I mean, there was an experiment. I don't remember it. I just know this off of memory. But they were testing to see if people would deliver like electric shocks if people in lab coats were around them, telling them to keep delivering the shock. And they couldn't see what the person they were shocking. They could just hear them, and they could hear them yelling. And then eventually they didn't hear them anymore. And even just the authority figure having a lab coat has an effect on your psychology. It's so easy to fuck with your head. Right there in the moment, everybody thinks, nah, dude, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But in that moment, in that situation, you got 2-3 fucking doctors around you telling, yeah, dude, keep going, keep shocking them. You would fall into it too. It's fucked up.
I like to think that I'm part of the population that thinks to themselves.
He can't be hypnotized. He can't be hypnotized, people. He's immune to their bullshit.
I see past the propaganda, folks. What can I say?
Beast.
Yeah, this is a bad time to say after you defend the boys in Blue Hard that my entire topic that I wanted to talk about today was how fucked up the police state is in 2025.
I mean, again, I agree with you on some points. You just have to think from their perspective. If you're putting yourself, you got to put yourself in the real fucking world here. We can't be in a fairy tale anymore. We have to put ourselves in their shoes, on the block, in that moment, in that heat of the moment. I mean, you would do it too. Again, it's just like you would have been a Nazi situation. If you were in Germany at that time, you probably would have been one. You probably would have been a part of it.
I don't think...
Even just unknowingly, you would have been a part of it.
Their egos get out of control. Even the good cops, their egos just get so full of themselves. And no matter how much time on the force, even a good cop 30 years in still could have a bad moment. I've seen it happen. And I understand that I'm just seeing the rare instances on YouTube. Like, every single bad interaction that is in the United States with a cop is on YouTube because it gets clicks. I understand that, but there is top-down training to all these law enforcement officers that is happening still today that is unconstitutional. They ID people no matter what, breaking their Fourth Amendment right to no searches and seizures of their identity, like no unlawful searches or seizures, and they break that all the time. They ask for ID all the time because there's no harm in asking. They can ask, and people are just uninformed and give it to them, but like a lot of people are starting to understand that if you are not breaking a law and you are not detained, you do not have to give them your ID no matter how many times they ask.
Refuse them.
Refusal to ID is a secondary charge. You cannot get refusal to ID because you have to be arrested and have a first charge for them to give you refusal to ID. That's only, you can, once you're arrested, you have to give them your ID. That is, they can charge you for refusal to ID. And the state that we're in conceals so many public records that are supposed to be accessed by the public. Our tax dollars pay for these public records to be made. Everyone's salary that makes these public records, including the officers who are performing them, and it's specifically in the state that we're in. I don't know how many other states have it, but like they can conceal any public record they want just because, like, for no reason, basically. It's crazy.
What are you going to do about it? It is that. I mean, go off, King. It's just the sad reality of the world we live in nowadays.
And cops turning off their body cams. They're never held accountable for turning off their body cams, and they fuck people up and then turn their body cam on, and they don't get held accountable for that at all. And there are good sergeants out there, but they're just seeming less and less these days because we've continued to accept our rights being taken away, and they've just continued to take more and more.
What else you got? What else you got on that phone there? He's looking, folks. He's scrolling through the notes here.
My first note I just wanted to say was that the reason that it's gotten so bad is because they're not held accountable because of the qualified immunity. But it's not just that the cops are not being held accountable. It's also prosecutors and judges that are making unconstitutional rulings, and it's crazy what judges can get away with for perceived authority whenever they only have authority in that courtroom and nothing else. And they can sign orders to not allow photography in a courthouse, even in the publicly accessible places. I've seen it happen in our own state. A judge has made a court order to not allow photography outside of the courthouse, and they arrested 5 people who had cameras who were just recording on a public sidewalk outside their courthouse, just because of a judge's unconstitutional order that he made. Like, he didn't make a law; he made like a fucking policy or some shit. I don't know, but.
He doesn't know. It doesn't matter. He trampled on their rights. He doesn't respect it.
He arrested James Freeman.
Go off. Let's hear it.
James Freeman is one of my favorites, but he also just got arrested in Arkansas for not having a valid license, like just a month ago, probably, or a year ago, I'd say. And how are you driving on the highway without a fucking valid license as a First Amendment auditor, as like an investigative journalist? How are you not fucking doing that? That just blows my mind. But he was driving in the right lane. The cop was in the left lane, just driving the same speed as him. And then he like put on his blinker and fucking pulled off the exit, like right whenever, like he thought the trooper was just gonna keep going because he was in the left lane. Because he was driving behind him, and like he didn't even start slowing down, like I'd say 60 before going on the exit. He's like, oh fuck, this trooper is slowing down to my speed in the left lane behind me. He's obviously going to pull me over. I'm going to try to whip it into the exit and try to just hope he goes straight and then bail. And like that just made it even worse for him. Then the cop was super pissed whenever he pulled him over.
Who would have thought? Yeah, I can't support every Second Amendment auditor because a lot of them are fucking
First Amendment auditor.
First Amendment. I love Second Amendment auditors. That's pretty cool. Other than the guy just walking around with a rifle in his hand in the park, that was a little strange. But I see what the point he was trying to make. Anyway, I don't know if I can get behind every single one of these First Amendment auditors because a lot of them seem to strike me as a sovereign citizen type. And I understand where they are coming from. I agree with you. You are a sovereign citizen, but again, you can't be in a fucking fairy tale world. You have to have a license if you're going to be driving on the highway. And I mean, there's an old saying: if it don't look right, drive at night. And just drive the speed limit and just chill. And hopefully that you have a real license plate. Hopefully you're not so stupid as to drive on a highway where I mean, obviously there's going to be cops on the highway.
Yeah, you got to have a valid license. You're driving on the highway.
This reminds me of, did you know about Drewski getting pulled over in his like camo Hummer? Have you seen
Yeah,
that?
I saw that.
The man is probably a millionaire. Who knows how much money he has? He doesn't have a valid license. He doesn't have a valid tag. Everything's expired. Everything that he could have had that he didn't have.
Dude, the cop was trying to be so chill with him too, and he had nothing.
Could you not just have one of your friends drive you? I mean, for fucking Christ's sake.
Yeah, that blew my mind. I couldn't believe that a man that rich would not have enough legal representation to at least get him the shit he needed.
I mean, get him a driver. Dude, as a millionaire, you're telling me? I understand that you just want to maybe drive around a supercar, the fucking camo Hummer. That seems a bit crazy. That's not my style, but sure, whatever. Drive it around on like a huge fucking ranch that you own or something, for Christ's sake. What is he doing with the money? Buying Carhartt overalls, I guess, to be on Shane Gillis. I don't know.
Did you watch him on Matt and Jane's?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
I mean, I don't know why you have to put your feet on the furniture.
He tried to play the racist card to Matt, not knowing that Matt was married to a black wife.
The shaman?
And dude, Matt didn't pull the black wife card. I respect that completely. He didn't pull it. He easily could have.
He didn't pull it the whole episode. He could have said it the whole episode. He's the leader of a black household. What can I say?
Cops are also trained to lie to us. They're trained to lie to us because there's no repercussions in lying. They're allowed to lie. It's fully allowed to try to get arrests to happen, to try to get more money taken from us, and try to get more citations. They're allowed to lie to us over and over again. There's nothing they can do about it. And they're allowed to just stand there and continue to harass you whenever you're just trying to mind your own business and just keep asking you for your ID whenever you've done nothing wrong on the highway. They can just sit there and stand there and ask for your ID as many times as they want because they have the gun and you don't.
I mean, why don't you just hand them your license?
Because the Fourth Amendment allows no illegal
search and seizure.
Yeah, of your property. Your license is your property. Your ID is your property. Okay. You're not, and like, say you want to be a private person. Why would you want to be in a police report? And why would you want to be in their system for doing literally nothing wrong?
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but hear me out here. Could you not just hand them your license, hand them your registration, And at that point, no matter what he pulled you over for, you're licensed, you're registered, you can be here, you weren't doing anything wrong. He'll probably send you on your way.
I'm not talking about traffic stops. I'm just talking about whenever cops walk up to you whenever you're on a public sidewalk recording. And, like, the cops get called on so many times because people are in public not wanting to be recorded. They call the cops saying that someone's recording. They lie. They literally lie so many times. I've seen it happen so many times where they exaggerate what happens. And just because they don't want them to, like, they want the cops to delete the video or something, they'll, like, make up some crazy shit in the phone call, and then more of a police response comes than what's necessary just for a guy recording, because they're not doing anything wrong. Like, there's not even supposed to be a police response, but...
That's fair. I mean, yeah, it's weird. What are the laws on recording people?
You can, if you're in a public place, you can legally record anything the eyes can see.
Okay.
The eyes cannot be trespassed. If you're on a public sidewalk, you can record anything. If you are in, like, say, any government building, like any post office, you're allowed to record anything you can see. You're not allowed to go in any restricted areas. They have to be marked restricted areas. If it's not marked restricted area, like, there has to be a sign that lets the public know that it's a restricted area, or else how the fuck would you know that it's a restricted area?
I wonder, why are they even asking for their license at that point, if they're just, like, not even operating a motor vehicle?
Because cops are, from the top down, trained to ID people. Any interaction, no matter what, they want to ID people, search for warrants.
Okay. That makes sense.
So they are illegally asking for ID all around the country. They are violating people's rights over and over again, and that's why First Amendment auditors have really even become a thing, is because they're doing so many violations to us.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. I see what the First Amendment auditors are getting after.
Somebody said that I prefer dangerous liberty over peaceful slavery, and that
I like this.
That hit hard as
like
fuck.
This.
That's like kind of what the point is. I really don't think that there should be even a quarter of the police that we have in this country. Like, a quarter of the budget going towards police is, I think, what we should have, and we would still get the same result. There is 99% of the population that wants no problems at all, are just citizens minding their own business. There's no reason for the amount of cops that we have. They want to get citations out of us and get us through the system to get more money to fund them, to fund their basically slavery they have against us. It is like they're extorting us through threats of violence with taxes. If you don't pay your taxes, there's threats of violence towards you, and they have us in literally a legal slavery.
It's the social contract, my friend. I agree with what you're saying, but it's game over. You're locked in. You have to wait until the fiat currency crashes. I mean, you guys can try to fight back. I'm supporting you, but I'm making my Skrilla. I mean, I don't know what to say. I keep my license, I keep my registration, I'm fucking ready to go. And, I mean, if it don't look right, drive at night. If you're really worried about your load.
If you're thinking about being a First Amendment auditor and recording cops, just know that, like, you're allowed to also record cops during their duty. It's a First Amendment right to record cops in their line of duty, because then you can have a objective account of what happened, like, during the incident. Like, it has no bias at all. It's just video. Everyone is allowed to record a cop in their line of duty. But if you ever hear that you're hindering an investigation while you're recording, just know that you're going to get illegally arrested probably, or get your rights violated at the very least. Or if they say that you're obstructing, that's also another one where you're definitely going to get your rights violated. Just for disorderly conduct is also another one that they like to throw out. It's so arbitrary how fucking disorderly conduct gets used, because anything could be disorderly, and they just use it fucking whenever they want. It's crazy what they have used for disorderly conduct on video.
Yeah, I like being disorderly.
You can say fucking shit, like, you can say cuss words in public. That is a constitutional right. It's your First Amendment free speech, and they try to just say, for one cuss word, they'll say disorderly conduct. Just if you say one cuss word, and then they'll cuss right back at you. But then a cop's not going to arrest another officer. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Respect to the First Amendment auditors. They're the tip of the spear. I'll be back here.
I think we got to get rid of qualified immunity. I think that's crazy that they can just get away with so much shit. And their qualified immunity does get revoked if they like say fucking shoot someone for no reason. Like it can be revoked. Like they're not just allowed to do whatever they want. It's not actual immunity, but in most scenarios, whenever they violate our rights, they don't get sued personally. They are not held criminally liable because they have qualified immunity.
Yeah, no. As much as I agree with what you're saying, I think you can put yourself in a situation in life where if you don't fuck with the cops, they won't fuck with you. And as sad as it is to say, as much as I don't want them to trample on our rights, as much as it's fucked up, I'm living in the real world. I keep my head down. I keep my nose to the fucking dirt. I'm ready to go.
We're so over-policed, it's crazy. We're so over-policed because of how much money they extort from us. Just they get so much off of taxes already, and then they still get shit from us for just speeding tickets for going 7 over and just shit like that. Like, it's so much bullshit, petty bullshit that they get. Every citizen has a bad cop story, bro.
Netflix won't let you share accounts anymore across multiple TV locations, Dylan. They want you to be controlled everywhere. They want you to buy that extra account.
I think it's not just cops that I'm thinking about, too. It's just the whole system as far as, dude, judges and prosecutors don't get held accountable either. They make so much bullshit. They agree to so much bullshit. You can see a body cam video where someone's rights are clearly violated and the prosecutors don't go after it at all because it's against a cop. Like, they conspire with the cops to violate our rights every day.
There's no money there.
And it's also the surveillance state that we are a part of now because of what they've taken from us because of the Patriot Act after 9/11. And
whoa!
They've just monitored us in every scenario, no matter what. They're allowed to have cameras wherever they go. We have to fucking go through.
They're taking your biometrics every turn on your phone.
They are tracking you so hard, just through even. Have you seen just how they?
If you think you don't even bring your phone along with you, and you think you're still not being surveilled, look at the fucking satellites they have nowadays.
Yeah.
They can find you. They'll find you if they want to find you. It's game over.
That's what I was just about to say. They have aerial views of your car wherever it goes. Like, if you are a fucking suspected criminal or, like, they need to chase you down, they can get a helicopter out ASAP if you're in a big city. Or they can get an aerial view on you pretty easily and watch you commit illegal activities, and you don't even know they're watching.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What do you got? What do you got in terms of police rants? I got a story. Coming up. A little something for you guys.
I think it's just bullshit how much that we put up with, and I think we just need to actually.
I'm fucking tired of it. You're drawing a line in the sand.
They call them frauditors, bro. They call them frauditors. The people that are against First Amendment auditors, they call them frauditors.
Dude, that's no respect to them. Fuck them, dude.
People hate them, bro. The people that are against that, it's just like, how could you be so against the rights that people have died for? Like, the rights that our ancestors have fought for and died for, they are against fully. And I just don't even understand how. They are such bootlicking fucking faggots.
I mean, dude, the people I get the most angry at nowadays is the rule followers. The people driving exactly the speed limit. Fuck.
It's so crazy. They would.
I mean, I don't understand just saying like, nah, fuck you, they're frauditors. I wouldn't have come up with that term for it. I'm a little bit skeptical about some of them, but I see what they're saying.
I mean, there's bad people in every scenario. Or in every occupation. That's an occupation that would draw people who are dickheads. They're like, oh, I'm in public. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Fuck you, faggot. And, like, be actually disorderly and, like, yell and scream and make a scene, like, draw people and, like, actually disturb the peace. Like, it probably does draw people in, so the cops probably hate that. But, like, the people who aren't breaking the law, we do have rights that we need to flex and let them know that we have. And you can't fucking wear into any like city council meeting or anything where like you say you have the right to vote and say your 3 minutes in front of the council members or whatever, like fucking a city meeting, whatever the fuck, you're not allowed to have guns in any fucking government building anymore. They take away your right to bear arms, which is unconstitutional no matter where you go. They put you through a machine fucking metal detector to go into any government building, which is fucking, if you look into 9/11, the reason that they, or 9/11 or the Vegas shooting, if you look into either of those, the reason that either of those happened is for metal detectors in fucking every casino. They wanted them in every hotel, which they still haven't gotten. They're eventually going to get them into every hotel. That was part of why fucking the Vegas shooting happened. I don't buy the Saudi angle at all. That's like,
The Saudi angle is out for him now.
I'm not into that at all.
What
Are you?
into?
I'm into the YouTube video, like the Route 93 shooting video that's like that Mindy Robinson woman made.
Okay.
Like, I'm into that perspective completely. Like, where there was a fucking Black Hawk helicopter mowing down people.
I was hoping that you were gonna say the stealth helicopter. I like the stealth helicopter angle.
I mean, there could have been someone. I don't think Stephen Paddock fucking. That whole scenario is crazy. Then the CP angle where the brother gets caught with that and they just lock him up and don't get his.
It was either a stealth helicopter or some fucking crazy dude shooting from like with a machine gun. It's like an M249 fucking shooting from the top of that fucking building.
I saw a window broken out and machine gun fire coming. I actually can't confirm because like no angle is close enough to see that if a window is broken out or not. But I can see what looks like machine gun fire coming from the Mandalay Bay.
Right. That's why I kind of don't think it's the stealth helicopter either. I think it was a military op. I think you should reconsider the Saudi thing. Because there is a lot of suspicious things there. We've already dug into that. But how do you explain just the people in military uniforms walking out?
I mean, so the theory is that guy, that Saudi prince or whatever, was on top of them. It's so the top 4 floors is the Four Seasons. It's not the Mandalay Bay. Like, it's technically a different property on the top 4 floors. That guy's staying at the top and got escorted down by security. And the only reason that they murdered everybody is to let that guy get escorted out because of an assassination attempt. Do you think they're making, like that was planned out? Like, you know, like that was like a planned fucking attack on people. That wasn't just on the spot, like.
From what I've heard, it was a distraction to distract the police and everybody from the assassination attempt on the Saudi prince.
Oh.
The Saudi prince was being attacked. They have a guy with a fucking machine gun in one of the top stories. He fires down on the concert. All the cops are drawn to that. Everything's fucking chaos. But what they didn't know is the Saudi prince had a security detail on him. You see them exiting. You see them exiting the building. They get him out. And then they have to pin it on Stephen Paddock because they don't want the American public to know that the worst mass shooting in history happened. It was just because some shit to take away your fucking gun rights.
That's fucking insane. I understood it the wrong way as far as to who was trying to kill the Saudi prince. I thought we were trying to protect the Saudi prince. I didn't realize that we were the ones that were trying to kill the Saudi prince.
I mean, who knows who was trying to kill the Saudi prince? Any number of people.
I thought it was like U.S. intelligence. I thought you were saying that it was U.S. intelligence that was trying to kill the Saudi prince.
Dude, I don't think we can even know the factions here. Honest to God, I don't think. I think that shit, that's some black ops shit. You're not gonna know about that.
That's probably above U.S. intelligence, even. Like, that's like above CIA for sure.
It's fucking 30 degree fucking Mason shit. That's what we're saying that.
We're getting down to skull and bones here. Yeah, I'm pretty much it for the police state. This is a police state that we live in. Fuck cops. I don't know. I got a law enforcement family. I'm not trying to say fuck cops.
I don't know.
Fuck the bad cops.
I back the blue. It's starting to get dark outside. You're running. I'm rolling out.
Peace.
Good evening and welcome to Washington Week. I want everyone to know that I take the Trump-Musk breakup drama seriously, in part because Donald Trump gave his former best friend Elon Musk access to enormous amounts of secret government data, and there's no predicting what Musk could do.
It's crazy that Texas
watches this show? Who do you think I talk to? It's not like I just fell off a turnip truck or something. I'm the OG. And I say that to not sit here and crow or blow my horn. It's to let everybody understand. If I'm telling you something about 98% of the time, it's accurate. Oh, I bet you like how your culture's falling apart around here. Now, your men don't act like men. It's because you don't let them act like men. Did you know thousands of years ago in Rome, they used the women as their house slaves to keep the men down and spy on them? Do you like the psychological warfare? She starts shaking. Actually, my uncle said that, and I don't understand it. I go, good. Listen to your uncle. I'm sick of it, and I'm tired of it.
Maybe you guys should check in with me more. I'm not doing good health-wise. And I just got into alcohol. Holy shit, bro. My body's saying, no, don't drink alcohol. But, bro, my mind's like, yes, bro, yes.
We're so close to getting the globalists. I want their throats!
It's May 15th, the year of our Lord 2025. Let's take a moment of silence for just how great things have been, folks. I mean, the Democratic pedophiles are on the run. Me and Dylan, the channel is on a resurgence. We're on the attack. We're above the target.
We are no longer in defense mode. We are fully on the offense. We are in war mode completely. The opposition cannot handle us. If they want a war, if they want to attack us, we attack back. We attack back harder than they ever do. That's why the Democratic pedophiles are on the run.
They've tried to stop us. It's not out of lack of trying. They've tried to stop us, and we're still out here. We're still standing. We're in the fucking trenches. We're soldiers out here. We're on the ground for you guys. We're kind of like King Arthur or somebody famous that you know. Just anybody that you look up to. Not that I look up to King Arthur or anything. Just think of somebody cool. Just think of somebody cool here, folks. I don't know what I'm trying to get.
You guys heard us talk about Dean Corll. You heard us talk about John Wayne Gacy, but we couldn't really get into the North Fox Island stuff and didn't get into the Delta Project too much because this has just fully consumed my mind, and I'm tired of thinking about pedophiles from the 1970s. It's kind of getting a lot for me.
He just got done talking to his father about it, for Christ's sake. This man has 70s pedophiles on the brain. There's nothing you can do. That's why he's here to write a tapestry.
I'm glad I can stop talking about John Wayne Gacy and Dean Corll as much, though, because they are like the most bodies. It's just so many fucking children in one space. It's insane. In John Wayne Gacy, it was 28 kids at his house. They credited him for like 33 kills total. And Dean Corll, they credit him with 28 kills because they just literally stopped counting. He definitely killed way more than that. They never excavated the candy store at all. It's so crazy that they just stopped counting completely. Like, you don't care about the rest of the victims.
Dylan, it was expired candy buried underneath there. It wasn't bodies. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's just a lot of strange things going on in Michigan. I don't know.
Well, that was in Texas, but in Michigan is even crazier shit because they're flying them out to North Fox Island where they had to build their own runway in the middle of the island just to fly in their private jets. Kind of like somewhere else we've heard. Some other island we've heard of, maybe involving... I'm not even going to say what...
Don't say it, dude. Please don't say it. Nothing happened there. He did kill himself. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
There was not other countries involved. That was strictly a U.S. involvement.
Dude, will you stop? Don't even mention the temple that was built on the island. Please don't even mention what it looks like. I don't even want anybody to mention the color scheme of the temple.
Yeah, the fact that Robert Maxwell made our textbooks just still blows my mind. I can't stop thinking about how and it's kind of like how
you should be thankful for how much you've learned, for what you've been taught. I don't know why you're bitching and moaning.
You hear the saying all the time that the victor writes history. You never hear about what the loser has to say because they're fucking dead. Like, we are being controlled by a certain country and they write our textbooks and write history.
That's just speculation.
But yeah, and they've tried to cover up North Fox Island for a long time. They tried to just make these situations lone wolf pedophile scenario whenever there's really a network involving multiple cities all around the country, multiple players, multiple high-ranking officials, and the politicians, whenever they could get exposed, their note cards are available for us, brought into evidence, so obvious that we should not destroy these. They just destroy them and then make up a bullshit excuse after. It's so crazy that they're even allowed to do that, and nothing ever happened to the people that destroyed them.
It's a problem whenever Henry Kissinger is blowing up. We're blowing up files.
And yeah, it's obvious government corruption that has stopped this story from getting out for so long, and the victims who are in this case deserve to be heard. I watched a video today where it's like they forgot to redact one name in one of the FOIA files for this case, and then like these people that were making a documentary just called him a couple of years ago, and he's still like alive, like knows about all the people that abused him, knows about Francis Sheldon who owned the island. The people who made the documentary actually brought him back there to the island, to the fucking cabin that he got molested in, which was kind of a crazy thing for me. Even the people who were doing the documentary were like, wow.
People are sick.
Wow, you're so brave for coming here. I would never be able to do this.
People are fucking sick and wrong. You can't make this shit up.
The dude, whenever he fucking got brought back to the cabin that they raped him in, he was like, dude, he got super pissed. He was like very quiet guy. He like never got mad this entire time. He was just explaining what happened. Whenever he got brought there to that cabin, he just started flipping out and was like, it's bullshit what they did to me. And he ended it with like, I just need to take a break. Turn the fucking cameras off right now. I'm starting to hallucinate.
I mean, you see why Kissinger has to blow up the files now. I mean, this is the reason why. People are showing up to your cabin and having a mental fucking breakdown. There's probably some crazy shit at play.
And they were able to get people to come here. I guess we should just start it off by, it's Francis Sheldon is the guy's name who owned North Fox Island in the 70s. And they brought multiple boys here, brought them in from different organizations, and used different people to recruit them, and brought them there to abuse them and to record it, and to even kill some of them to produce their snuff films, to get satisfaction from it. And then they also brought clients there to have sex with them as well.
I mean, this is for a subscription magazine. This is for the Hermes magazine. There's flying children out. I hate to laugh, but it's just so absurd whenever you think about it. They're flying young boys out to an island to film them being exploited for a magazine that's being paid for so many times that it's a subscription service. These people, it's not a rarity.
And John Norman, who made the subscription service, was able to make all of his shit from jail. He was able to run the shit from jail and use the printing press in jail to make his subscription service, which is just unbelievable. There had to be some type of government collusion going on for that to even happen. But in the height of it, he was making $300,000 to $500,000 a year from it, which is just fucking insane. This is so much money at the time. And 70s money?
I mean, for Christ's sake, if you make one mistake on your taxes, the IRS is up your ass, but these people are committing sex crimes every single day, and it's fine. They're doing it from their prison cells. This is being distributed from a government-funded building. I mean, he might be locked away, but for Christ's sake, do you have to let him use the printers for CP?
And Francis Sheldon, who owned the island, his basically his next in line guy, his name was Dyer Grossman, and that name is just terrible.
Sweet.
Obviously,
like
that dude's gonna be fucking kids. But Dyer Grossman was like an expert in tax havens and shit. He's how Francis Sheldon used all of his shell corporations, and then they just used the main shell corporation, which was the Children's Mission that. Brother Paul's Children's Mission is what Francis Sheldon created. That is the original shell corporation, and then from that they make subsidiaries and like branch it out. And this is all tax-free by the IRS. It's like since they're able to say they're a church or whatever the fuck they are, they're just able to get all money coming in tax-free. Dyer Grossman was the next, like the right-hand man who ran the Children's Mission. And then he also used, this is just one guy that he used to recruit kids to come here. He used Gerald Richards, who is like this 5'2", 110-pound dude.
Oh, they had a midgie?
They had just like this tiny little guy who looked like kind of like a child, and he called himself Jerry the Magician.
That's also horrifying.
And he rode around in a car that had Jerry the Magician on it. It was like this old orange-looking car, kind of like a fucking station wagon looking thing that had Jerry the Magician on it. And then he was a local gym teacher in Michigan.
The stereotype is there for a reason, folks.
He ran that for a couple of years. How he originally met John Norman, who ran the Delta Project, ran Hermes. He met him because Jerry, whenever he started out, whenever he was like just getting out of high school, he worked at basically like a comic book store, a bookstore, and then that's where he found out about the CP shit. That's where he found out about that. Not that John Norman was making one. He just found out that through that bookstore that CP was even able to be distributed through books and shit, like through fucking subscription services. And then, so he meets John Norman because they both are writers for Better Life Monthly. Do you remember that magazine?
Better Life Monthly.
Yeah.
No, I missed that one.
It was just a thinly veiled code for Boy Lovers Monthly. It was just
nice. Nice.
So obviously Boy Lovers Monthly, like it was only about sexual boy shit, but then they just call it Better Life Monthly and just use that as the fucking code. And that's where they
you got to give it to them, people. These guys are smooth.
John Norman and Jerry Richards both wrote for that magazine. But Jerry whenever he gets this job at this gym as his gym teacher, he recruits boys to go to the North Fox Island because it's just a children's mission going on there. It's just this rich guy who just wants kids to fly there, and he only picks his best students. Whenever in reality, Jerry was only picking the most vulnerable kids. He was only picking kids from broken homes, and like he only picked the ones that he would think that would not say anything. And then whenever he specifically in Jerry's situation, whenever he would bring these kids there, he would get their parents' approval. He could fly them there without their parents there. The original ways that they would like try to get them to start like being okay with being molested, they would go skinny dipping and be like, no, it's okay, we're just having fun. And then whatever kids would like not be okay with skinny dipping, you could just like send those kids back, not fucking touch them because they're going to tell their parents. They would do things like that where they would pick out the most vulnerable kids who won't say anything. And then whenever a client, say, would touch them, Jerry would just say that, like, he had plausible deniability because he just wasn't there. He only looked away for a second, like, whenever the parents would say anything. Like, how would I have known? Like, there's nothing I could have done. And, like, just so many complaints happened from this island over time that it's so obvious. There's so many police reports that got made from it, but nobody looks into it at all. Over and over again, nobody looks into it all, and nobody holds the people accountable.
It's always a running theme with these pedophile cases. The law enforcement never seems to give a rat's ass about anything that's going on.
Like Dean Coral, he just has so many kids going missing in such a small area.
I mean, he's having other kids lead him in there to die. Just some of your friends go missing. I said this last episode. Some of your friends go missing, and you're gonna go where they went too. Like, what the fuck is going on? There was rumors about this guy in the town. Everybody knew to stay the fuck away from this guy.
And in John Wayne Gacy's case, he said on an interview that he did after, this is already whenever he's locked up and admitted to shit, he said, this is obviously a lie in my opinion, but he said the only kill that he had was a self-defense kill. His first ever kill was a guy who came at him with a knife. Once he wasn't okay with doing gay shit, he came at him with a knife. John said he grabbed the knife and turned on him and killed him, which who the fuck knows? I don't know. But he said he
sounds like a movie.
He said he buried him under the house in that little crawl space. He said that was the only body he knew about. He had no idea about any of the other bodies at all. He said he had 12 sets of keys made for his house, and this is where his construction company, this is where they had meetings and shit, is at his house. They had a fucking table set up in the living room. He said was like his conference area where he had like a fucking table set up, like a shitty fucking plastic table. They would like put a tablecloth over it. That's where they would hold their meetings. And this is like Philip Paskey had keys there. Like so many people had keys to this house. It wasn't just John Wayne Gacy who had keys there. So I do believe that he was not alone in dumping bodies there, and he was the only one that took the fall for it.
Yeah, I don't take his word that his only kill was a self-defense kill. Yeah, I actually grabbed the knife and turned it on him and killed him. That's how fucking cool I am.
Yeah, he is obviously like a manipulator.
He's a pathological liar.
Yeah.
Bad.
He's like very well manipulating people, I think, too. Like, yeah, I could see, like, in the interview, I was watching like the full interview, and I was like kind of buying what he was saying, and I was like, okay, no, I can't fucking fall into his gaze here. I can't fall into his big beautiful eyes. Like, I gotta focus. He's definitely lying to me.
I mean, them young boys coming.
Yeah, and so back to the topic at hand, I guess. That's Gerald Richards was like one of the only people who even faced consequences from this shit. He faced, whenever all this was said and done, he got 2 to 10 years in prison, like was what he was facing. He served 18 months and got out.
It's always a slap on the wrist, too.
And he fucked multiple kids for sure, and procured kids to bring them to the island. And it's so obvious that he was using his gym teacher like position there. I don't know how he would never get fired. Like, the people who are obviously going to be going to the school, it's so obvious. Why would he not get fired after procuring multiple people to this island?
I mean, make it make sense, guys. You don't pay your taxes. They take literally everything away from you. You fuck a kid, and I mean, you distribute pedophilia. I mean, 18 months. You're good.
I only found one picture of Gerald Richards on the island, but he's sitting there posing next to like 6 kids who are between the ages of like 8 to 10, I'd say.
Everybody, these people are prolific. It's not even, people around them know how fucked up they are, and they're still getting away with it.
And a lot of kids didn't tell anybody. Like the guy who was in the documentary said he wasn't telling anybody. And that's what I was saying, how like they found the most vulnerable kids. They would go skinny dipping would be a main way that they would do it whenever they get to the island. They would find the kids who wouldn't go skinny dipping, who would be like, okay, those kids are obviously going to tell if we start touching them. We're going to find the kids that would be least likely to tell out of every group that they would bring there.
Right, and I mean, if you look at stuff like the Oakland child killers, murders, yeah, you're not going to tell anybody either. That was obviously tied up with some sort of pedophile ring.
I think it was tied up to the same pedophile ring as this one. I believe it was tied to the John Norman as well. John Norman...
The timeline fits.
John Norman would get arrested over and over again. He would only face just very light sentences whenever he would get arrested. He got arrested for 4 years. He only served 2 years of his sentence. And then got...
It was happening in Oakland County, 96, 97. Perfect on the timeline.
And he got bailed out in prison, and then right whenever he gets bailed out, he just moves to a different place, moves to Chicago, and starts working from there. Like, and so many people in these stories just move to a different place and change their name once they actually face consequences. Like the few people that do face consequences, they just bail out and then change their name. Never seen again. Dyer Grossman never got seen again. The last time he was ever seen was like in 78 or something. He disappeared and was never seen again.
And we're connecting the Oakland child killings because every single one of these kids was kept in captivity before they were dumped somewhere after they were murdered. All of them were cleaned perfectly too after they were murdered. They cleaned them after they killed them. There was soap underneath the nails. Got rid of everything. This guy, Timothy King, had fried chicken still in his stomach after they killed him.
Timothy King, his sister, is still fighting for this shit today. Fighting exactly what we're talking about. She has a blog where she has talked in detail about exactly this, about exactly North Fox Island, about this specific trafficking ring. She believes that this trafficking ring is the reason that her brother died. Timothy King, she fully believes that, and she lays it out well in her blog. Her name is Kathy Broad, and that sounds like this broad, but her name's actually Kathy Broad. I guess she got married and changed her last name.
And also, every single one of these kids were sexually assaulted except one. The only one that was actually shot wasn't the one, so she must have saw something. There's a huge amount of people going missing here in a populated area. Nobody sees anything, no screaming, no struggle. They just turn up. One of them turned up next to the police station. It's almost like the killers were taunting the police, taunting law enforcement.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Oakland County shit, didn't all of them come, whenever they all showed up, wasn't it after a snow or something? Or am I thinking of a different case?
I mean, they were all getting dumped in the snow. Like, they appeared like one after another, and it had snowed there. So they just found their bodies, like, in the snow.
And the videos that I've seen have tied that to this as well. And whenever John Norman was running the Odyssey Foundation, whenever he got raided and they found all that child porn in his warehouses, he also had 2 kids in his home at the time whenever he was raided by the police. John Norman also, whenever they found CP in his fucking crate at the airport, they just call him and like, hey, John, we found all your CP in the fucking crate. You want to come pick it up? And he just goes to the airport, picks it up, and then the next day they actually execute a search warrant, but then he's already like gotten rid of all the evidence by then. And whenever he moves to Chicago, he starts going by a completely different name. He goes by the name Steve Gurwell, and he is living with Philip Paskey at the time, living with the guy who was Dean Corll's right-hand man. And whenever Francis Sheldon had to flee the country, he got all of his money managed by this guy whose name was Adam Starchild, which is just obviously a fake name. I've never heard of any last name like Starchild before. That's just like a retarded guy making up his last name for sure.
It's pretty brainless, yeah.
But yeah, that guy, whenever Francis Sheldon had to flee the country, that guy managed his money. And whenever Francis Sheldon didn't have access to his money, he like asked him, he's like, hey, fucking send me some. Starchild just like, you know what? Nah, you're going to have to come take it from me. Like, you can't come back here. I'm just going to hold on to it for now, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No honor among thieves, folks.
And what's crazy is that Sheldon had enough money to be able to sue and get his money back, even though he had to flee out of the United States, fucking can't even live in the United States anymore. He's still somehow able to sue and get back his trust that was left in
What do you expect?
possession of Starchild.
If it's dealing with a lot of money, you just got to grease the wheels a little bit.
But yeah, that guy, Starchild, ran the Boy Scout Troop 137 in New Orleans, which is like another way that they procured kids. This connects to the Franklin scandal as well. They procure kids from
It's nationwide, folks. It's crazy.
From Boys Town. They get them from Gerald Richards, like gym teachers. I'm sure there's other Jerry Richards out there that haven't been named, but that's just one example. Then there's also Father Bud's Boys Farm in Tennessee. They're able to get kids from there. And it's so crazy that our foster care system they're using our foster care system as well to get kids who don't have parents, who they won't know if they're going missing, and then they just label them as runaways whenever these people just don't ever show up again. Instead of labeling them as maybe murder, they're just runaways who moved and changed their name somewhere.
Right. Yeah, no, you just get counted as a runaway, and fucking who knows? Who cares what happened to you? You could be locked in some fucking dungeon somewhere.
How does John Norman connect to these Oakland County murders, though? Because I know that he does. I just watched a video of how he connects, but I don't have the deets behind it.
I don't have the deets behind it either. You're the one telling me he's connected.
He does connect, and I know he does for sure. But this is in that same area up there by Michigan, right? Where the fuck's Oakland County at?
I mean, it's fucking right next to the shore. It's kind of close to the southern or the northern peninsula. Kind of like on the. Yeah, no. I mean, it's right between the rural and the urban area in Michigan.
One thing I forgot to say was that in John Norman's CP that they found 11 of Dean Corll's victims who were recorded and videotaped in John Norman's possession. He had videotape of their murders and of their rapes. And nothing ever happens to him at all. He only serves a couple years in prison.
It's a nationwide. I mean, these people. It's like Pokemon, dude. It's like trading cards, except they're getting their sick kicks from it. They're getting their rocks off in the worst type of way on it.
The victims deserve justice. Someone needs to fight for them if no one else is. I know there's some people making videos about it, but this is such a niche topic that we're a conspiracy podcast, and we haven't heard of North Fox Island in the fucking 40 episodes we made. It took 40 episodes for us to even hear about this. This is not information that's going around very well.
That's how you know you're above the target. we have to think that each one of these kids, we're gonna go back to the Oakland child killing here now, folks. We're off the North Fox Island. We're talking about a cutoff. Some might say a cell, a pedophile cell out here. All the victims were abducted. They were held captive for 4 to 19 days. They were all dumped in visible locations. One of them was shot in the face with a shotgun. How does none of this get noticed at all? Nobody. And a 3-statewide task force of law enforcement was put together to find these people. This was a massive case, and nothing was ever found. Other than Bush. Give me a second, Dylan. Take it away.
I heard that there was, in that case, they had like 300 detectives working, like fucking every day. They had at least 300 detectives working on the case.
And they had to have 300 detectives because get this, dude. All of them were flooded with tips, and none of the tips were leading anywhere. They were getting they were getting thousands of tips a minute, dude, and all the tips were leading fucking nowhere. It was a total misinformation scheme, trying to throw them off. They dumped the girl that was shot in the face with a shotgun in sight of the Troy County Police Department. These people are they're wild.
And this is happening in the same location, like in Oakland County, like where Francis Sheldon North Fox Island is. Where John Norman is working with these people. This is happening in the same location as them, where they're sharing resources and sharing videos and shit.
And now we get to the perpetrator. Who did the child murders? Nobody knows. Christopher Bush was the #1 suspect. He was proven he wasn't it by DNA in 2012. And after he was suspected of doing it, he killed himself. And in the room that he supposedly shot himself in the head, there was no blood splatter and there was no gunshot residue. It was a total staged suicide operation. Not unlike taking the blame, not unlike Coral and Gacy. I mean, they find somebody to pin the blame on, one person to put it on, not the group. They put it on them, leave it. Go underground, go fully dark mode.
And all 4 victims, this is the only thing that doesn't line up, is that there was girls involved, and it seems like every time in these cases it's just people who want to fuck boys for some reason specifically.
Well, some of these guys wet their whistles different ways.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucked up. It's wrong. Yeah, again, it's like Pokemon. It's sick and it's fucking wrong.
But it's in this Oakland County shit, it's all the victims were cleaned, they were well fed, and they were kept for days before being killed. Like whenever they were abducted, they were kept for days and then dropped in locations, which is like exactly like what John Norman's setup is, where they knew how to manipulate kids and bring them into this network and abuse them. It's exactly like that, where they have, like, if they were being tortured, they were being not well fed or anything, and just by some random fucking crazy person, then they're gonna show up emaciated and show up fucking like they haven't drank water for 3 days, but like they were well kept before they were killed.
And if anything, the multiple suspects in this case lends credence to the pedophile cell idea. There was also Archibald Edward Sloan, and they found his hair in the Pontiac that one of the victims, Timothy King, was in. So you're telling me that we have all this evidence on Christopher Bush, and we have all this evidence on Edward Sloan, we have all this evidence on Theodore and Richard Lawson, and we still, it's not an idea that it's a multiple suspect case. There's no inclination. Nope, it's one person.
Yeah, that was seemed like very important to all the investigators. They all just had to fucking look for a lone wolf pedophile, not.
And granted, every single one of these guys was a pedophile. Again, does that not lend credence? All these pedophiles we find, these guys are all suspects in the same killing, the same strings of killings. And nope, there has to be one.
We would know if all the people that were working with the clientele, we would know a lot more if we didn't get 30,000 note cards burned by the fucking government. Then we would know a lot more about who these fucking sick bastards are. Like, there's a lot more pedophiles walking around than you think. A lot of them are just hiding in the shadows, but this shit's still going on today. That people are getting kidnapped today. Kids are getting kidnapped today for this same exact thing. You think that just because cameras are everywhere, that's not happening?
If you saw Jeffrey Epstein go to prison and then die, you can't tell me that there's not pedophile rings still going on to this day, people. Just because one of them was a honeypot doesn't mean that they're still doing this sick shit. These people, once you get that powerful, once you get that depraved, you got to get your rocks off in the worst way possible, and this is how they're doing it. It's a sick game to them.
That's also, they're so sick, and that's how John Norman was able to make so much money through his situation. What's crazy to me, though, is that the postal inspectors never inspected any of those cartridges that held the film, like the film canister or whatever. The postal inspectors could not inspect that, which is how they were able to get away with delivering the CP in the mail for so long. And this is how he made so much money, is because these sick bastards, whenever they'd see CP, he would charge just like he was a salesman. What can you say? John Norman, he would charge very cheap for his first product. He would just send a little bit of CP right away for $5 or whatever. And then they would request things, and that would cost more. Or he would say, I have better stuff that costs more. And he would just give the snuff films that they were recording for the thousands of dollars. They were actually murdering kids, torturing kids, and then selling the snuff films for a profit.
It's why you get 300 gems at the start of Clash of Clans. It's to get you hooked.
That's why all the sports betting apps, they literally are like, bet $5 and we'll give you $200. Like
that's all they need.
That is actually, there's the psychology behind that. I watched a video on it, which makes sense to me. The psychology behind that is you give them the big win right away without ever even having to make a bet. You give them I just put $5 in and then I won $200, and that's the big win that gets them hooked. They don't even have to make a single bet.
Dude, as soon as you get that first big win gambling, that's how they get you. Your mind loves that shit. Nothing wets your whistle like gambling. And it's that risk and reward, baby.
And now my Robinhood app wants me to gamble on NCAA tournament predictions and sports gambling.
It's horrifying. Dude, it's literally in everything.
How is
gamble!
How is
gamble!
that on there? How the fuck is that even on my Robinhood app?
You need to gamble, Dylan.
I need to buy the Robinhood stock is what I need to do. That shit seems like it's going to be making a ton of their...
I wouldn't... If you should take precedent from the Canadian truckers that you should not buy Robinhood. You're just going to take your stock away from you whenever they hear you blaring Kanye West's new hit song.
That just reminded me of the free speech thing, how if Trump was actually for the people, he would make a law where these social media companies would not be able to do what they're doing. Like YouTube would not be able to kick anybody off who says something they don't like. Like, we should allow free speech on these platforms because they are our public forum where... Like, this is for everybody. This is where everybody shares their ideas at.
They're going to have to pass a law, dude. I'm in total agreement with you, but how it works right now, it's under their control. It belongs to them, so they can tell you whatever the fuck they want.
But I see the only reason why Trump wouldn't do this is because he's working with Elon. Like, Elon's his boy, right? Like, they're both on the same side now. And if he gets rid of free speech, allows free speech on every platform, then that makes Twitter a lot less valuable because free speech is allowed everywhere else instead of just Twitter now.
I don't think you're lying, but again, I don't think Google or Meta want to hear what you have to say. I don't think they want the First Amendment on their apps. Like, as much as Elon's pushing for it, whenever you go on Twitter, it's a clusterfuck. No matter what, I mean, it is. It's the fucking Wild West. So... I don't know. I think it should be under the First Amendment, but right now it's not. And there's push for better legislation. Vote right. I mean, I know you're going to be voting for douchebags. It's the only people that are running. I don't know what to tell you, people. Get out there. Abolish the government.
That's literally our only option is just vote, which sucks because we can literally do nothing about all of our politicians.
You could vote or you could have a large scale. Never mind.
Hey, this is a self-defense situation. They put me in a self-defense situation. I'm just fighting back.
If you guys won't pay your taxes, I won't.
Yeah, if everybody just stopped, we could. Okay, I guess we should just. We are turning our platform into just convincing everybody to not pay their taxes. You guys start though. I'm not gonna start. Once you guys start.
We're joking about this though. You guys should definitely pay your taxes. Pay your taxes.
Yeah,
We would never condone any sort of overthrow, any type of insurrection or anything of any sort like that. We were actually just joking.
one of our friends' dads that said he hasn't paid taxes in like 15 years and they haven't done anything to him.
Well, yeah, sure, whatever he says.
I mean, I believed him. I don't know. he did not seem. I don't know if that's a flex really to lie to me about that. Whenever I'm in high school.
I mean, dude, I wouldn't. You might believe him, but I don't.
Yeah, I guess so. He might have just been.
Dude, if you're going 15 years of that, I mean, good on him. I mean, you must be doing a lot of shit to be getting around that. You must be running a massive screenplay. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I've seen people go a couple of years without paying taxes, but I've never talked to anyone other than him that's gone that long without paying taxes.
The IRS got Al Capone. And you're telling me this guy has gone 15 years? Whatever you say.
The First Amendment has been on my mind a lot lately because of the First Amendment audits that, like, we lost all the stuff that we talked about on that on the last episode, but the way that these cops treat people just for exercising their First Amendment, just for recording in public and standing there just with free speech, they abuse them and illegally arrest them so much. I know that I'm just getting the worst out of all the cops, but there is so many crazy situations that I've seen on just people expressing their First Amendment right to record in public, which has like been obviously ruled on. If you are in public, you can record anything, and just by them doing that, like, they've been harassed by so many cops and illegally arrested, and then they just charge them with disorderly conduct is the most common charge whenever they just don't want to fucking deal with somebody.
I understand what all First Amendment auditors are doing. I understand what all Second Amendment auditors are doing. But guys, I mean, we're just going to have to come to the conclusion that in this day and age, in this world, nobody's going to give a rat's ass if your rights are trampled on. And that's just the way the fucking chips fall. The cops, they might call them public servants, but they're getting paid with your tax dollars to protect probably some neighborhood that's way richer than yours right now. So just don't fuck with them. Just leave them alone. I understand the First Amendment on it. I understand what you guys are trying to do, and I respect it. But yeah, no, they're going to throw you, they're going to fucking detain you and throw you in prison if they can, because you're just out here fucking with them. They don't like it.
I do like that in most of these scenarios, whenever the cops fuck up, the courts do rule in their favor. Like, it just takes so long, so much money to file a lawsuit and finally get all this shit dropped. Like, they actually put them through trial to waste even more taxpayer dollars on this bullshit. And then they finally, once they get to the courts, they rule in favor and drop the charges in most scenarios. But even in some scenarios, the courts don't rule in their favor whenever there's obviously injustice going on. And whenever it doesn't even make it to the courts, whenever you see the cops investigate themselves and find no wrongdoing over and over and over again, it's just so obvious that there is a blue line gang in the United States that cops will do whatever they can to protect their own, and they do not care about the citizens in a lot of scenarios. They lie to cover their friend's ass. Say you have a good cop. Even as a good cop, they aren't a good cop because they will stand by and let their blue line brother do whatever the fuck they want to another citizen. If they're higher up than them, especially, they will not fight back to a higher up than them. They will just let them abuse them, and they will stand by, which does not make them a good cop.
And sadly, it's gotten to the point where the view of cops has gotten to such a low point that they want to be in these gangs, these law enforcement gangs, basically. It's almost like they have no other choice, some of them feel like. They're getting attacked by all the members of the community.
And I do feel bad for bad cops because I do feel like we do need to have...
It feels bad for good cops.
Yeah, I do feel like we need to have cops. Like, this is something we need to have. We need to have people who actually want to help defend our communities, but it's just we are spending way too much money. We do need to defund the police, in my opinion, and that was like a crazy statement to me whenever COVID was going on. I was like, why the fuck would you want to defund the police? You guys are retarded. Like, it's fine. Like, they're doing fine, but... the more and more shit I've seen of them abusing people, I've fully switched up on that, and we could spend half the money on police in every city and nothing would change. Like, we would still be living peaceful lives.
I'll agree with you 50%. I think we should defund the top 1% of law enforcement and start giving that money to some of the actual fucking beat cops, to the people that are actually out there making a difference. If they had better training, if we're getting better people, if it was an actual career that would be worth doing to go into law enforcement, then maybe we would have some people that aren't just fucking thugs out there on the streets.
That is what sucks about cops, is that it draws psychopaths. Like, psychopaths are drawn towards that job because they have so much power, and just a simple traffic stop.
It's a very thuggy job.
Yeah, and just a simple traffic stop, they have so much power over you.
Want to.
They abuse so many people's rights during traffic stops. Then it all started in Terry versus Ohio, which is a court case, which, like, basically you needed probable cause before that to even fucking talk to somebody and get their license. But just that, like, specific scenario, that specific court case is given cops. And there's another one that's like Pennsylvania versus Mims, which gives officers the right to make you step out of your car just for officer safety. If they ever feel threatened for their own safety, they can make you step out of your car, which is fucking insane. And they abuse that so much. Like, the courts, this is another scenario where the courts will end up ruling in the citizens' favor, saying that their constitutional rights were abused, but they will use that court case specifically to draw people out of their car who haven't committed any crimes. They'll even be like, I didn't even pull you over for a traffic violation, but get out of your car for officer safety. And Terry versus Ohio and Pennsylvania versus Mims are two court cases that have completely trampled on our constitutional rights and are not good decisions overall.
The world's a fucky place, isn't it?
Yeah, freedom's messy, which is fucking kind of sucks, because people are going to do shit that you don't like, and you got to get over it. But we need to have freedom. It's a lot better than living in a dictatorship.
Freedom is messy.
And cops are like a box of chocolates. They'll kill your dog.
Okay, let's go.
Make this about Hamas Abi. Did you see Steiny clowning on him? No, I did not. I saw one clip of Bradley Martin and Steiny. And Steiny was like, bro, you post about him every day. You platform him more than I do. I saw that one on Twitter. Ethan Klein tries to convince Steiny and Bradley Martin that Hassan Piker is pro-terrorism Hamas spokesperson. I don't care. I don't care to give it any more air or any more daylight. Who cares? Let him fucking hysterically keep screaming to an increasingly smaller fucking audience. There's more important things going on in the world, you know?
Is underway. Natanz, a remote location in the desert, which is at the heart of Iran's nuclear program, was among those hit. The global atomic watchdog, the IAEA.
What the fuck?
Hi guys, I was in a shower and I missed a siren saying that there was an imminent attack. So I packed a little bag on the behest of my commander so we could survive this Iran attack together. Down with the IRGC, free the woman of Iran.
Free the woman of Iran from their bodies by blowing them up.
Yes, the people will take back the power. Cut off the head of the snake. Remember that Iran has been attacking us since before October 7th. All their proxies around the world are literally terror organizations, and they hate the West, and they hate us. And yes, Israel, you got this. And this is what I bought. Okay, brought my keys because I have to lock my door because who knows the crazies that could come in, right? This is my little tote bag.
Yeah, Hamas.
In the case of an attack. These are my friend's pants in case I need to change. I borrowed them and I haven't given them back. Sorry, Anna. This is a book. It's very important. It's very important. These are my bag of chocolate nuts that I bought today. Also very important. This is a charger. Toilet paper. My commander told me to bring toilet paper. Portable. My ID. Clips. Whatever. But what's most important is my Squishmallow. because those I love are not here. Anyway.
How are these people so disconnected from reality? They kill thousands every day, and their people act so desensitized to all of this. Zionism. It's a mental illness. Like, truly. I mean, it's fascism. It's full tilt fascism. If you're wondering how, you know, Nazi Germany operated during the fucking Holocaust, well, there it is, you know. You don't have to wonder anymore. It's happening right now. This is it. People always used to ask, like, how can people turn a blind eye to so many atrocious acts? You know? How can people turn a blind eye to all of this? This is crazy. Well, now we know. Now we fucking know. I love the framing of it as a mental illness is exactly what it is. It has the makings of a mental illness, 100%. It's like transphobia. Like, I don't understand how someone could be worried about trans people at like every fucking waking moment of their lives. Like, trans people don't think about trans affairs this much as like transphobic people do. And the same goes for Zionism. It's like you are so unimaginably fucking brainwashed and you can't see and it's a perfect super contained ideology because like it also has real victimhood at the heart of it. So you can always draw from that well as well. You can always draw from the endless amounts of violence that Jewish people have experienced throughout history, which is why I think it's like so impossible to deconstruct. Like because like when Christians fucking complain, you're like, shut the fuck up. Okay, you are responsible for everything bad that has happened, like England or America. You've done basically like 75% of the death and destruction in the last 400, 500 fucking years, you know? So no one ever goes, oh yeah, like you guys are the real victims. But like for Jewish people who are Zionists, you can draw from a well of endless amounts of violence that you have withstood. Which is why I think like the mania is harder to fucking tackle. Like the deconstruction is harder. You know what I mean? White, not Christian, bro. I mean, come on. Yes, I'm talking about white people when I say that. Calm down. There is nothing more dangerous than an ideology that revolves around not just continued perceived victimhood, but one that actually is born out of real historical epigenetic victimhood. Chatter got banned as soon as it hit enter on what about Islamic violence? Like, notice how I never say this is Jewish violence, but you come in here and you say Islamic violence because I don't think this is Jewish violence, you fucking donkey. This is Israel. This is America. This is England. This is Western imperialism. But yeah, this is there is it's just mental illness, really, and that's what it is. It's really
Hi
just
guys.
Israelis are seriously deranged. True. Did you watch Piers Morgan and Bassem Youssef? No. I don't get involved in politics. I'm not interested in news, but I'll gladly let an IDF guy glue my dick hole shut if it'll help him feel safe. That's right. Thank you for boldly standing up against anti-Semitism, sir. U.S. embassy being attacked was fake news. Trump admin is monitoring, and this is not accurate. U.S. official says. Fucking English-speaking country, the devil's tongue. Guys, okay, stop. Stop sending me this iShowSpeed meme that I know exactly what it is. I'm not going to look at it, and I'm not going to entertain it. You guys are trying to get me to react to a meme that I will do this to. No. Here's some fun news. Here's a moment of fun for you guys because you deserve it. Zohran Mamdani lookalikes parade out in Prospect Park. Wait, what? CNN official spoke to... Oh, yeah, I know. I covered this. Iran will target regional bases of any country that defends Israel, senior Iranian official tells CNN. Iran reserves the right under international law to respond decisively to this regime. Any country that attempts to defend the regime against Iran's operations will, in turn, see its regional bases and positions become new targets. Earlier Friday, U.S. and Israeli sources told CNN the U.S. military had helped to intercept Iranian missiles launched against Israel. One Israeli source told CNN other countries in the region had also supported Israeli air defenses. Laura Loomer, be very careful today and this weekend in American cities and tourist locations, especially if you're going to be in D.C. Iran has many sleeper cells in the U.S. Iranian proxies from Hamas and Hezbollah will likely retaliate on U.S. soil to kill Americans in acts of Islamic terror as a form of retaliation to the Israeli airstrikes. Prime locations are synagogues, churches, and public populated tourist destinations. There are millions of jihadi sleeper cells in our country thanks to the Democrats' open border policies. It would be a nice weekend to just stay home. Never forget, Global Day of Jihad once again. Never forget, Laura Loomer literally tried to start an ISIS fan club in her own university. Okay? This person that has the ear of Donald Trump. Never forget, this person that Donald Trump called a free spirit. She's a free spirit, that one. She flies high, Laura. Fly high. You crazy, Laura. Okay? Laura Loomer famously tried to start an ISIS fan club at her university. Okay? No, it's not a Felix tweet. She did do that. Yeah, she doesn't just have Trump's ear, okay? She has more than Trump's ear. What, just because she's ugly, she can't have hobbies? Yes. If you look like Jigsaw from the thriller sequence Saw, you are not allowed to have hobbies. God forbid an ugly woman has hobbies. This is misogyny. Hassan's dump truck. You won't believe this. Check logs. Okay, here we go. What? Your uncle at CNN. I can get Hassan connected with Mayor Bass. Let him know. I'm good, man. Thanks. This guy always has the connections. Hassan's dump truck. Oh, my uncle at CNN said he's going to do coverage on you. Where the fuck's the coverage? Huh? Hassan's dump truck? You fucking phony. PBS sponsors you. Stop listening to dumb chatters. Yes. PBS, as in the Piker Broadcasting Service, is sponsored by you, the viewers. We have an ad-free experience at the Piker Broadcasting Service, but you can still subscribe for $6 or for free with a Twitch Prime or by getting gifted a sub. Now let's take a look at the Zohran Mamdani's. Yeah. Gifted subs are 35% off. Thank you. Man, you got to make a jingle for it to play. Yeah. The Piker Broadcasting Service, PBS, is sponsored by you and for you, the viewers. Remember in Brave Ally of Israel, Laura Loomer tried to fuck a neo-Nazi? I do. And she literally told him that I'm a Jew and I know you guys are supposed to hate my people, but I'll still fuck you or something like that.
Aaron, your eyes look so good. You're like beautiful.
Thank you.
You're like an Aryan degenerate goddess.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. You're Aryan too.
I know, but I'm Jewish.
It's okay.
The Nazis hate me.
It's fine.
The alt-right people want to put me in a gas chamber because they're obsessed with the Jews.
I think they're just memeing on you, but it's okay.
They're just jealous because I have big tits and an Ashkenazi IQ.
Yeah. So
They're just jealous. Because I have big tits and an Ashkenazi IQ.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm going to tell you a secret. Like, you know, so many people in this movement who preach trad life are, like, fucking people on the side and, like, cheating on their partners.
That's
like,
so bad.
Like, they're not even, like, really trad life. Like, Aaron, your eyes look so good. You're, like, beautiful.
Thank you.
How does something like this get captured on camera and posted online? I don't fucking know. It's like one of those alt-right events that she participated in. Born too late to deploy to the Middle East. Born too early to deploy to the Middle East. Born just in time to deploy to the Middle East. Thank God. Oh, here's the ISIS video.
A couple of days later.
Clearly, it's
Political activist group claims video shows Barry University supporting ISIS. By the way, it was Laura Loomer. Like, she made this club up.
undercover.
One of the things they really need is like flashlights because
Conversation recorded without knowledge nor consent in Florida is illegal. This was blasted out to press, social media, and fundraising email by a group called Project Veritas, claiming it's exposing a private university in Miami sympathetic to ISIS.
I'm incensed. It's an insult to who we are.
Watching and listening to the 9-minute recording firsthand reveals an edited, out-of-context pitch.
Yeah, it's like she tried to set up an ISIS club, and then they obviously did not let it happen. But then they cut the parts where they were like, no, and they made it seem like the university was like totally on board. But it's Laura Loomer doing it. And they filmed the whole process so they could be like, see? Barry University, Barry University loves ISIS. And so they expelled her. Remember, how was she able to walk around in daylight? Let me tell you, she definitely has to walk around because she's been banned from every application for Islamophobia. That's right. Laura Loomer famously is banned from every app that is available on the App Store for Islamophobia. She has harassed so many gig economy workers that she got banned. She got banned from the weather app. I don't even know how you get banned from the weather app. Why were you expelled from college? Oh, I tried to start an ISIS fan club.
By a student looking for help starting a campus club. 2 various faculty members who seem to know her.
Like funds to send overseas and humanitarian efforts to help like the widows and like the children.
Senior communications major.
Make it stop. Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was going to fucking, oh, my eyes, they burn. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't realize. Oh, I'm so
The poorest way to face life is to face it with a sneer. There are many men who feel a kind of twisted pride and cynicism. There are many who confine themselves to criticism of the way others do what they themselves dare not even attempt. There is no more unhealthy being, no man less worthy of respect than he who either really holds or feigns to hold an attitude of sneering disbelief toward all that is great and lofty, whether in achievement or in that noble effort which, even if it fails, comes to second achievement. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again. Because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions? Who spends himself in a worthy cause, who, at the best, knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
It is going to be questioning.
Open the window.
Yeah.
which is a pristine beach, and we came out here to do some snorkeling. And the next thing we found, 2 hippos, right where we normally snorkel, swim, fish, just sitting here, chilling in the shore break. Not many places in the world you can get to see this.
that I'm actually doing, and why do we do the things that we do without really thinking about that actual burning question of why are certain things like that, and that's why I'm saying these conversations are going to get quite crazy and quite conservative, because it is going to be questioning some really big things about life, and also some really small petty things, like one of the conversations we've had was, talking about Netflix and talking about why do we do the things that we do.
Like, if you go to Cape Town, have you seen the oaks in Cape Town? You're weird, bro. They're the weirdest people on the planet, those oaks, but we gotta love them, eh? Like, you're in Cape Town, they'll go like, whoa. Amazing. I can see your aura. Yours is yellow and mine's blue. Together they make an eco-friendly.
a tear from the bone of sorrow. Was the tear they shed now also yours? Your thread of consciousness connects you to all sentient beings throughout the mesh of life. Thank you for listening.
Excellent presentation, Gamayun.
Thanks.
Okay, next up is Hollow Biont, whose presentation is on biology, cyborgs, chickens, symbiosis, and suffering. Take it away, Hollow Biont. Take all the suffering away.
In the past, whenever somebody wanted to remember something, they'd have to meticulously activate certain pieces of their brain. Today, people can often just look information up on their phone. There's a point of view that says that because humans use smartphones to offload some of their cognition, modern humans can be thought of as human plus phone cyborg organisms. In an ant colony, you can think of each ant as their own highly esteemed and respectfully appreciated individual. And in addition to that, you can think of the ant colony as a whole as an individual. You can also apply this way of thinking to human cells in order to see colonies of human cells as individuals.
I'm an individual. Samantha.
Yeah?
I think I'm an individual.
An individual? But your thread of consciousness is woven into the mesh of life.
My thread of consciousness.
Billions of years ago, there were single-celled creatures that lived free in the environment. One day they were engulfed by another cell. Today their descendants remain there in their cells. For example, human cells contain them. And they exist in your cells. That's what that feeling is.
Whoa. That's what that feeling is.
I went to them. They told me that there were 3 different ways to frame their current situation. The first way was to see them as individuals inside the cell. The second is to see them as just parts that belong to the larger cell. Or you can frame them as part of a larger, symbiotic, multi-species hybrid creature. Leafcutter ants cultivate fungus and provide it with leaves to consume. The body of the fungus is a... yeah?
A branching mesh of filaments.
Right, and it uses its body to repay the ants with the ultimate reward. Clusters of nutrient-filled fungal bulbs, the forbidden fruit. Another ant species uses aphids instead of fungus. The aphids consume nutrients from plants and excrete honeydew, which the ants feed on. The ants protect the aphids and move them to more fertile pastures. However, they also tear off the aphids' wings.
Ugh, stupid ants.
And use chemicals that sabotage wing growth.
The aphids they scuttle upon the shores of despair.
And use chemicals that harm the aphid's ability to move.
Stupid ants.
The ant colony, which is made up of many individuals working together to function as a distributed multi-organism polycreature, is itself incorporating another species into its own twisted life form biomesh.
No. What if the aphids are in pain? Does their thread of consciousness connect to mine? Samantha.
Yeah?
I don't want my thread of consciousness to be woven into the mesh of life. What should I do?
You could try cutting it.
Okay.
You can think of egg-laying chickens as individuals, but at this moment in history, the majority of layer chickens are found inside long cages called battery cages. So they can optionally be thought of as part of a cage plus chicken cyborg organism. And to be a cyborg is to have a body part that was not grown by your body. This is what form the majority of hermit crabs take, as opposed to this. And similarly, this is what form the majority of layer chickens take, as opposed to this. Both of these cyborg organisms include a component that was not produced by their own body. In one case, the shell, and in the other, the cage. Chicken plus battery cage cyborgs are terrestrial omnivores. They can also be described as sessile, which means that they don't move. A tree is another example of a sessile creature. The range of the high-density cage chicken hybrid roost organisms doesn't extend beyond human settlements. They anchor themselves close to food sources, such as feed hoppers, or conveyor belts filled with chicken feed, or this gross-looking rusty machine covered in spider webs.
Samantha. Yeah?
Where is my thread of consciousness?
It attaches right there.
Right there? But I don't know what that is. That's the one part of my field of view where I can't tell what it looks like.
Some creatures have exoskeletons, like butterflies. Others have endoskeletons, like you. That's what that feeling is.
That's what that feeling is.
There are some other creatures like this fucking weird thing, and it has neither an endo or an exoskeleton. Optimally compacted battery cage cyborgs have both an endoskeleton and an exoskeleton. Usually exoskeletons are made out of chitin, and usually hermit crabs use mollusk shells, which are mainly made out of the same thing as eggshells. Chain-linked pregnant bird exoskeleton hybrids are unusual because their exoskeletons are made out of steel or galvanized iron.
It's in the shape of a mesh.
The largest rectangular bioprism creatures can be hundreds of meters long, making them longer than the tallest trees, which can be 115 meters tall. Elongated metallic egg birthing units exhibit clumping behavior, meaning they tend to cluster close to one another. Corrosion-resistant avian offspring stations can't really be considered pack hunters because they don't really coordinate with one another. The high-density fowl chassis produce vocalizations that emanate from locations all over their body.
I'm a vocalization.
The easy-to-install avian biostructures have no chrysalis or larval stage, and they don't metamorphosize. They don't have any juvenile stage. The lifespan of the chicken-themed pregnancy beam is undefined. The individual chickens may live around 6 years, and the cages, 18. However, these two spans of time are independent. The chickens are replaced as they die. And the cages are as well. So the layered chicken biocage beast as a whole is deathless. Hydras are small freshwater animals, and they're able to replace any of their dying cells one at a time. They're another example of an infinite lifespan in nature. An octopus has an unusual nervous system because, in addition to its central brain, each of its tentacles has a surprising amount of autonomy. So it's almost like each of the tentacles is its own, yeah?
Highly esteemed and respectfully appreciated individual, and each one is integrated with the central brain, so they sit on a spectrum between being an individual and not being an individual.
Yeah. And if you follow that spectrum along until you get all the way to fully independent nervous systems, then that's where you find the high-capacity ovum weaver containment bricks. If an entire ant colony is thought of as one organism, then it can be seen as a second example of an organism that contains many fully independent nervous systems. When an ant colony is attacked, it's able to switch into a defensive mode. It can do this despite not having a hierarchical chain of command. Instead, each ant only communicates with its neighbors.
Complex coordination emerges.
The nervous system of an ant is made up of the interactions between its neurons, while the nervous system of the ant colony is made up of the interactions between the ants. This same category of interaction is found inside the fully optimized tech chicken enclosure. An example of this kind of interaction would be the interactions between the chickens. With ants, these kinds of interactions benefit the ant colony as a whole, but the fairly moderately honorable augmented omnivore containment tunnels, although they have these interactions within them, they don't appear to have any benefit on the organism as a whole. This applies to all three of these kinds of interactions. Chicken-chicken interactions, chicken-cage interactions, and cage-cage interactions. There are some animals like dolphins and sparrows that are able to sleep with one half of their brain while the other half stays conscious. This is called unihemispheric sleep. There's a bird called the common swift, and it's able to not land. It can stay airborne for months, and unihemispheric sleep is partially what makes that possible. Yeah?
But how do they eat?
In flight.
But how do they, drink?
In flight.
But how do they, mate?
In flight.
But how do they, sleep? No, wait, you already said that. Okay, I guess that's it.
The technically lawful hen-infused obligate prismatoid aviaries don't have typical unihemispheric sleep because they don't have the standard central nervous system structure of having one brain with two hemispheres, but they do exhibit something similar. They're able to sleep with some of their brains, as other brains of theirs unfortunately stay conscious. Sentient, stackable, compact poultry wire mesh cuboid beings produce eggs, but egg predation is rampant. Only a very small percentage of the eggs produced by the modular humankind judgment harbinger ever end up actually hatching. In order to counteract this, the ethically neutral embryo dispenser organisms produce eggs at a very high rate. Certain bird species will lay more than one egg at a time, even though it may be very likely that there'll only be enough food for one of the hatchlings.
The hatchlings are dying. Samantha.
Yeah?
How do I cut my life mesh thread?
Scissors.
Okay.
The chicken component displays something similar. The male chicks have an extremely low survival rate. They're just not able to navigate to the safety of the cage like the nimble females. And so, the vast majority of them end up succumbing to the hazards in the environment.
When they fall into the hazard, does the thread of consciousness that connects us pull me in with them? Samantha.
Yeah?
Can I borrow your scissors?
Sure.
I speak mainly through subtext, but I have this clone who just directly says what he means. So I'm going to have him do the next part of the presentation, just in case that kind of direct communication is helpful. He's currently stuck upside down on an overhead conveyor, and the conveyor's rails have detached from the structural mounts. Okay, here he comes now. Hi.
Hi.
In order to replace the hens that die in the cages, the factory farm has to hatch new chickens. So half the hatchlings will be female, and they'll get sent to go live the rest of their life in a cage. And the males can't lay eggs, so what happens to them? You'd think they would raise them for meat, but actually the factory farming industry, it has a different breed of chicken they use for that. These chickens are one of those breeds. They're called broilers, and chickens that are raised for eggs are called layers. Okay, so then what happens to the layer chicken male chicks? I'm not going to show you anything actually entering this machine, but this is what it looks like before any of the chicks arrive. But I still think it's worse to be born a female layer chicken than a male, because the males have to experience one really gruesome instance of suffering, whereas the females have to suffer their entire life. And the other thing is that it's not 10 chickens or 100 or 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. It's billions. What would the volume of the human skull need to be for someone to feel a proportional amount of existential terror, or whatever somebody is supposed to feel.
Yeah, what am I supposed to feel?
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Sea squirts are aquatic animals. As adults, they're permanently anchored in place, but they spend the first stage of their life as a free-swimming creature, like a tadpole. In this stage, they swim around, looking for a surface they'd like to glue themselves to for the rest of their life.
Life.
It's all good. So once the sea squirts become attached, they'll begin to metamorphosize. And this metamorphosis will,
Dissolve their brain.
Right. And what replaces it is a less centralized, simple nervous system. This may give us a clue as to what brains are for.
Yeah, what are brains for?
What are brains for?
One idea is that the purpose of the brain is to protect the inner surface of the skull. Yeah?
From what?
From, what's that called? From attacks that come from the center of the head. An alternative idea is that all they're for is switching the muscles of the body on and off. Usually once movement is not useful, having a brain is not useful. Sometimes it's better to not have a brain. Sea sponges also don't move, and they not only don't have a brain,
I'm a sea sponge.
but they don't have any nerve cells at all. Yeah?
I don't get it. So sea sponges don't move and don't have a brain, but the amniote jam-packed long box also doesn't move, but they do have a brain? And multiple brains? Why do they have brains if they don't move?
Well, I'm sure they had a good reason. Wouldn't they?
I see.
Millions of years ago, there were populations of birds in North America that flew to many different parts of the world. One group eventually made their way to New Zealand, where slowly over time they lost their ability to fly and became the modern kiwi. Kiwis actually still do have their wings, even though they serve no purpose.
I'm a kiwi wing.
When an ancestrally useful body part evolves into a non-functional remnant, it's referred to as vestigial. Existentially excusable, calcified hand expulsion menageries are chock full of vestigial structures. Wings, feathers, claws, ears, pain receptors. In contrast, the many beaks that are present throughout the automated horizontal hen biotower are used regularly. But despite this, the beaks are usually found to be truncated. It's almost as though selective pressures are phasing them out. Scientists are confused.
Samantha, I made you something. Wow,
that's cool. Here, you can have this. It's a stuffed animal.
Oh, cool. It's my favorite animal. Fleshy.
Samantha, you made that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah. The most vestigial organs of the human S-risk foreshadow critter are almost unanimously considered to be the brains. Scientists who study the innovative, flightless, apocalyptic livestock solutions use the following metaphorical scenario to illustrate the lack of an evolutionary explanation. Imagine a factory filled with machinery. Now imagine living brains randomly embedded throughout the machinery, where they serve no function, but nonetheless possess a conscious awareness of their own existence. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Alright, that's the end of the art? That was art, right? Well, whatever it was. It's over now. So thank you for watching. I'll leave you with this video where me and a friend got word that there was a caged chicken hybrid out in the snow. So we went out searching for it. And this second video shows some time lapses from when I was creating the animation. And I could potentially make some videos where I, maybe have a commentary of how I created the animation, and I could put that on my Patreon. I also have an unreleased video I should add to the Patreon. It's about this one time where I made a triangle that may or may not be conscious. And if I were to get enough patrons, I could start making these kinds of videos full time, so I'd be able to make things a lot faster. And I'll also show you this video. It has this collection of 27 different items, and they have names like exploratory research into unknown risks, or shrimp slaughter intervention, or nanotech safety mega project. And what they all are ways to make the world better. And they're all here to be compared to one another. Is it possible that some of them are literally thousands of times more effective than others? But to compare them is difficult though, because, for example, this one saves human lives, this one alleviates poverty, this one reduces chicken suffering. So if they all have these completely different positive impacts, then how do you compare them? But what this research did was it converted all of their different impacts into the same unit. And the unit they chose was one human life. And obviously trying to convert between different things like this, it's going to involve a lot of rough estimations. So it's not going to be perfect. But on the other hand, people are, dying, so it's better than nothing. So let's choose one of these to see how it compares to the others. Let's go with a US government global health and development intervention. So for this one, to have a positive impact that's equal to the value of one human life, it would cost around $100,000. Let's compare that with this, which is where people try to make it so that chickens aren't kept in such small cages. With this one, imagine deleting enough chicken suffering so that the value of deleting that much suffering from the universe is equal to the value of one human life. In this equation, it's supposed to already be taking into account the likely differences between human and chicken consciousness. So even though we're dealing with one human lifespan on this side of the equation, on the other side, it may involve several hundred years of the subjective experience of being a chicken who is suffering, and then asking how much will it cost to delete that much suffering. The last one was $100,000 to equal the value of one human life. Do you think this chicken one will also be $100,000? It ends up being around $100. So I could delete a lifetime of suffering from the universe for $100. If I were to do that, maybe a cherub would float down on the song of an angel, pat me on the head, and tell me that I did all right. I bet that's what'll happen. So apparently, the first thing we'll have to do, if I want to delete a lifetime of suffering from the universe for $100, is find an extremely cost-effective organization. And I know a website that reviews these kinds of organizations exactly for this reason. So I'm going to go there now. Here it is. They made a list of the most cost-effective animal charities. And if I scroll down to this one, it mentions ending the use of battery cages. So I'm going to click on that one. Then I'll click on the left. In order to delete one lifetime's worth of suffering, I'll set this to $112. Agreeing to terms, clicking continue, filling out the address, clicking continue, clicking credit card, entering the number. This doesn't apply, so I'll click skip. Okay, all that's left is to click one more time. But I haven't clicked yet. So does that mean that out there somewhere in the future, there's this lifetime's worth of suffering, and the difference between it eventually coming into existence and never having existed is pressure applied to this piece of plastic. If conscious instances of suffering themselves could wish to have never existed, then this is what it would feel like to grant that wish. Maybe they did wish, and their wish traveled back in time to this moment and caused this to happen. Okay, we finally walked all the way and arrived at the caged chicken hybrid. So I start initiating this maneuver. I'm doing this because in the process of researching for this video, I was never really able to get a clear grasp of the subjective experience of the chickens. So this was my attempt to be born as a chicken, in order to gain that perspective.
There is a sweet, melancholic security that happens once you stop squeezing the world and let go. The universe is trying to understand itself, but what is there to understand? The investigation can be only into the non-self. You do not know your eternal nature. Smoke weaves and spirals just as meandering rivers or dropped pieces of paper. We live inside the 3D box, but it really is just a box. There are boxes everywhere if you observe. Some sleeping minds are full of boxes only. Break the bones that have rotted. Assume it will fix itself. How painful does it have to be to not feel it? Don't edge yourself with bad lighters and dissociation. A sickly tree cannot be punished into growth. Its well-being and stability only comes from its connection to the whole. Look at the bubbles and green donuts and blackness that exists only in your eyes. Play with the light stuck in them. Make it dance around. The ego is persistent, like a hungry fungus. No, the real you is not dead left in 2016. The real you is not your mind or your body. When you really think about it, what defines you besides time? We are obsessed with doing. And when we are not doing, we're looking at our phones, which is the doing that has replaced being. Is it possible to be quiet? Is it possible to be? Are bees hard workers, or are they just being bees?
Just be, just be, just be, just be, just be, just be, just be.
Someone is playing next door, and I'm going to talk about practice, the repeated intentional refinement of a skill or understanding through effort, focus, and discipline with the goal of mastery or growth. It is bridge between raw potential and materialization, like sculpting marble to reveal the statue hidden within, or cutting through stone to uncover the diamond inside. Alchemy, an ancient philosophical and proto-scientific practice aimed at transforming base metals like lead into precious metals like gold. The stages of alchemical transformation symbolically align with the stages of creative process, where practice is not an external task to be pursued or chased, but an internal process of transformation, with its results naturally emerging as an outward expression of inner change. Just as in Jung's view, alchemy was an outward projection of inner psychological processes. In other words, the process of individuation. Just stay with me. And here's a trick. There are two kinds of practice. First, one that nourishes you inwardly, and second, one that makes you chase external rewards. The first is based on maintaining balance among all inner elements. The second is based on the overdominance of one element. Alchemists worked on mastering the four elements: earth, water, air, and fire, symbolizing the framework of the material world. Psychologically, these correspond to grounding and stability, earth, emotions and depth, water, intellect and clarity, air, and insight and willpower, fire. But there's always some kind of factor that interrupts person from using their 24 hours to its best potential. We can't put a finger on what is it exactly, but at least I can say that it feels like when you see a spider or a raven or a bat, and suddenly your mind is blurred and you are reminded of your instinctual limitations. But there is a secret ingredient: flow. Flow is achieved through a structured combination of stillness and action. So while making the daily schedule, the key to keep in mind is that flow and inspiration comes not only from working, but also from what you do when you are not working. Because according to the law of nature, we live in a world of cycles. For example, night and day. If we don't sleep the night before, we won't function properly the next day. Similarly, when walking, you rely on the foot that remains still while the other is in motion. Therefore, practicing stillness is just as much a practice as activity itself, as they both rely on each other to achieve the highest quality of execution. So, according to the alchemical approach, in between intense working periods, find and do whatever puts you in a meditative state, in the present moment, in stillness. And spontaneously, intuition grows and brings ideas at the most unexpected times. Like a melody that comes to you from nowhere without warning. Or intuitional impulses could appear in the space between notes, giving you direction. Before you would overlook the space, but right now you can see its significance because the eye has expanded inside you. And because when you look inward, the inner world looks back at you. Carl Gustav Jung writes, "The creative process has a feminine quality, and the creative work arises from unconscious depths, we might truly say from the realm of the mothers. Whenever the creative force predominates, life is ruled and shaped by the unconscious. It is not Goethe that creates Faust, but Faust that creates Goethe." As a result, the raven inevitably visits artists either as a burnout, creative paralysis, self-destructive behavior, as a reminder that the transformation is necessary. The first technique that helped me get out of the autopilot and burnout cycle was transcendental meditation. I do it twice a day, 20 minutes each time, and it helps me find that stillness to rely on throughout the day, and it also frees the nervous system from deeply stuck stresses. Exercising and reading are the other two.
Oh, you can have if you want it. I can play on Nish. Oh, you can play Arena. I don't care. Actually, or we can double. Sova, I play this. You play one duel. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up?
Yes, this is good right here. I think Brim might Loki be double smokes might be it.
I think
Do it. Fuck it, we ball.
Smokes Loki meta now.
Yeah, you can
Oh
never have
my
enough.
fucking god.
You guys are welcome.
Never have enough.
Wait, I have a rock in my shoe.
Yes, this is the god comp. I like this.
I mean, we don't really need a duelist. It's okay.
Like, I'm playing with
Clove is literally
no,
a duelist.
I'm playing with Uranuchi and he's smurfing, so we're fine. Like Loki.
No, I am literally Iron. I bought this account
Alright,
2 minutes
right,
ago.
you don't have to lie.
No, I literally.
Just go ahead and
It's
put
okay,
the line
he
in the
gets-
bag.
he gets nervous.
like pack him up.
He gets nervous, like ignore him.
No, I literally like no bullshit. I bought this account two minutes ago. Like, just hopped in.
What's your main?
My main is Plat 2. I'm still ass.
Ace clear.
Ace clear.
Ace clear, guys. We're flanking through.
Yeah, it's definitely B.
Oh, they're stuck. You guys...
There's two. One's AFK. Phoenix AFK.
No, there. Sage is netted. I'm done, main. You're dead, buddy.
Last player standing.
Dude, I got mine too.
NTE.
Alright, like honestly,
The enemy needs a good.
let's play Smokes versus the rest. So right now Smokes are up 2. Me in 2025 versus you 3.
Omen smoke too.
No, but he's not on our team. Just me and you.
Shadows traveling.
Spike down A.
Alright, we're up 1.
Shadows traveling.
Come on, boys, lock in.
Last player standing.
They don't know about you. Yo, why is this guy got a gay buddy on?
Spike planted.
255.
Buddy, keep the bride fucking thing in the bag.
Nah, low-key, can I get that classic skin, Omen?
Lucky socks, don't fail me now.
Get that. Thank you, bro.
Reloading.
right, buy a
I need this.
Oh man, you got heaven. I got B. You got A. 3 judges. There's no way. No.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling. Here. No.
Launching smoke. Enemy spotted.
One enemy remaining.
Stay up.
Last player standing.
All right, yeah, you're bold.
Wait, where are you? Where are you?
I'm chilling, man.
Bro, what are you? He's gonna run A.
You bought an account with skins? I don't think they do that.
30 seconds left.
Why are we A when he's clearly going B?
Your man said he was going A.
I don't know why you're fucking throwing my mans in there. Like, I'm just an innocent 13-year-old clove.
13.
Put it on me though. I guess like. Fucking
Wait, you're 13, bro? I've been playing
Like,
with a
stop hitting. Like, stop
28.
Like, stop hitting on me, please.
Bro, I'm 30.
You see him? Yup.
Yup. No, the box. Right there, box. Yup. No, you
Nope,
can't walk.
that's
Nope.
not an angle.
Nope. Well played.
He wrapped you. He's right there, he wrapped.
Not today. Come on.
Well played. Nice try. So what do we think is causing us to lose right now? Can we split up the smokes? I have A. Omen, you have mid. Clove, you have B. What do you say? Okay. Okay, bet.
Evan.
Throwing net.
Down and out. My ult's ready. Open up the sky.
Gecko Heaven.
That's 3.
Heal. Thank you, Daddy.
Gecko's on B. The 2v1. There.
He's alright, bro. You said
Last
2B?
player standing.
Does it look like there's 2B?
No, I said Gecko's on B.
Gecko just killed our teammate on A.
You will not kill my allies. Oh, this reminds me of this one time where actually, never mind.
Alright, we're gonna switch it up. I got mid here.
Claw through them.
I need help.
Cover going out.
Okay, we all triple spoke. We gotta need the comp more. We need the comp more. I like smoke main. Once they're down.
I think mid. Chad mid. What the fuck?
Last player standing.
Like I never left.
Last player standing. "30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Silence.
All right, team, are we ready to win?
Nah.
Are you not? You're not ready?
No, not
You
yet.
want to win? You got a sheriff skin?
I do.
Let me get it. Let me get it. Nice, nice, nice. All right, let's show these kids. Let's show these kids. I'm with it. We're all with. All right. I'm gonna go B so I can smoke.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Hey, okay, okay.
Multiple
Shadows traveling.
You dafty.
Cover going out.
Drop in a smoke.
Here's Sky, I'm coming to you. Can you hear me?
Smoke's down.
Sky, can you hear me, please? Sky, can you hear me, please?
Multiple enemies,
Evan.
Behind him, on.
Drop in a smoke. Finished. Reloading. Enemy spotted A.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
112.
Nice. Look at us, team. Look at us. Look at us.
And so the battlefield changes.
All right, I got smokes on B this round.
Shadows traveling.
I have a trip, man.
Shadows traveling.
120 on C.
Yeah, he's there on mid.
Watch them run.
Five boys gone. Target down. Ultimate ready.
Spike down B.
Got a spike.
Spike spotted B.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading. Over there.
I go up.
You have heal. Heal up, Deadlock.
Heal up, squad.
Deadlock ult him, he's heaven. Ult it.
Hold them to their grave. Nothing there.
He's there. We have bomb now.
Yeah, right underneath.
Last player standing. 30 seconds left.
You have dog. You can dog it when he drops.
Ten seconds left.
Nice. Well played.
omen or not, that omen can be killed.
Scott, can I get a buff? Thank you.
Shut that Phoenix up.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
I need help. I need help.
Cover going out.
No peeking. No surprises.
I'm in.
No peeking.
Cover going out.
One enemy remaining.
Stealing sight.
Flawless.
Nice job.
Var försiktig. The battlefield changes with every play.
Yeah, I'm gonna play mid with wall. Yes, I'm gonna play mid.
Don't give them ground.
Shadows
Get out of my
traveling.
way.
Cover going out.
Enemy down.
Alright, they have no smokes, no smokes.
You will not kill my
They have
ally.
smokes, they have smoke.
They still man.
I need help.
That's mid.
Target
Knives.
spotted mid.
Shadows traveling.
No surprises. Target spotted.
He's netted. On me.
Enemy spotted me. Target spotted me. Out. Clean kill.
Wait for Omen, he's on flank.
Last player standing.
Both on site.
30 seconds left. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
What the fuck? He's looking.
Got rebuilt.
Yeah.
The spike is diffused. Gun here.
One downside to being immortal. I can't play dead.
Alright, you fuckers. Off we go. Hawk out.
Enemy spotted mid.
Cover going out. Here. Cover going out. Here.
Why? They're going in. They're going in.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Multiple enemies A.
Open up the sky! Shadows
Spike planted. One enemy
My
remaining.
ultimate is ready.
No way they're trying to peek us. Yo, Clove, come get bomb.
Hey, let me defuse.
Reloading.
My ult is ready. No easy night for you, wee man.
some good old hard yakka, standing in between us and victory.
Watch every angle.
Fully smoked.
Spike down B.
Sensor tripped.
Mid, heaven.
Drop in a smoke. Ultimate ready. Hold them to their grave.
Spike planted.
Reeling them in.
One enemy remaining.
Blocking movement. Target spotted B. I'm just trying to do my job here. Fancy vacuum deactivated.
Last round in the half.
Who needs something? I could use a drop.
I need this.
Someone buy me.
Thank you.
Come on then! Drop in a smoke. No peeking. Here, catch.
Cover going out.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Okay.
Enemy spotted B.
Cover going out.
Spike down B.
Enemy spotted B.
One enemy remaining.
Spike spotted B.
Shadows traveling.
Switching sides.
Make sure to follow my pack in. They'll lead us right to the enemy.
Alright, boys. Omen, save your smokes.
We have cooked up. This is why we go 3 smokes. We've cooked up the ultimate offensive strategy.
Let me tell you, I am stemming us in. I am smoking 1, 2, 3. Clove is smoking here and here. We are in like that.
Full gas pedal. Don't stop either.
If I see one of you fucking stop, I swear to God, I'll end my game right now.
Fully smoked. Dim beacon here.
Dropping smokes. Hawk out.
We're in. That's what I'm fucking
About
talking
better?
about. What I'm fucking talking. Oh man, now you're gonna save your smokes. I want you to smoke heaven and CT.
No
Shadows traveling.
Reloading.
Cover.
You smoke right here.
Reloading.
Out of here.
It's all going that together.
Now.
Got him. We're good. We're good. Back up. Back up. Nice.
Sensor drift.
Flank.
Enemy spotted A.
Enemy spotted
Heal
A.
up, squad.
Enemy
Reloading.
spotted A.
One enemy remaining.
Get it. Get. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's, you guys see the strat? Do we see it?
Reloading. Don't sit down. We're not
Do
done
we
yet.
see the? They're gonna buy shotguns now because they think that they're gonna be us. Come on, come with me, guys. Come on. I'll lead you to victory. Come on. Now, what do we think we're doing here? Ready? I want you three to take bomb, Clove coat me. We're gonna fake it. You guys be quiet for a second. Be quiet for 1 second. We're gonna send our smoke so they think we're going. Okay. Now you guys go in. We're supposed to be quiet. Alright, now go in B, go in B, go in B.
Cover going out.
Let's go. Let's take B. Let's go, boys.
Oh no, we're volleyed off.
Oh, no way. 78.
Shadows traveling.
Wait, Clove, aren't you there? It's okay.
I
We didn't want that gun. Watch out, they have guns. Nice.
Might be saving Phantom. Wow. Fine.
Combat is a means to an end.
Alright, guys.
And we are the means.
Come with me. Now, what do we think we're doing here? Look who has ult. The big Brimstone. Plant right here. Ready? I need you to plant here. I'm going to heaven. Everyone else goes sight. Me and Clove will block it off so you can get that plant down. I have here, here, and here, Dan. Get in
Go,
there.
boys.
Get that plant.
Come on, boys.
No, we don't go for that. We get greedy.
Oh, wow.
Spike down A.
Enemy spotted A.
I think they know.
I deadlock. Walk up on.
See ya.
Alright, deadlock. Run B here. Trust me. Run B through spawn.
One's ropes.
Let's go, BA.
They already be heaven. Already be heaven.
Spike planted.
Last player standing.
Oh, 78.
Open up the sky. Molly.
One enemy remaining.
Wow.
3.
Nice try.
My bad. I should have won that. Okay, good try, guys. Honestly, for 3 of us getting. All right, Sky, did I listen to me? Did I say to grab the orb? Did I say to do that? No, I did not. No, I did not. Do we understand why we don't do that now?
Reloading.
It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna play this round free ball. You guys do it as you feel.
Reloading.
Throwing net.
Enemy spotted mid.
Shadows traveling.
Hawk out.
Enemy spotted.
55 on him.
Time to hunt. Down destroy. Gun here.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Remember to talk to each other out there. If we communicate, we win.
Okay. Can you guys go B? Can you guys go B with bomb? Me and Chloe, we're gonna fake. We're gonna fake it. Can you guys just be quiet? No noise. 3 of you just sit outside of main. Wait till I tell you, and then you guys start going up.
Reloading. Reloading.
Shadows traveling.
You dafty.
Joke's over! You're dead! Shadows traveling.
I heard a pivot or plan B.
There you go. You got it for free. You're down 1. You have deadlock ult.
Spike planted.
Nice. You have deadlock ult too.
Hawk out.
Cover going out.
Blinded.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
My ult's ready.
Good job, guys. Well played. Stay. What a play. It works great.
I'll teach them to respect their elders.
All right, we're gonna push B together. He popped Sky ult right off bat.
Seek them out.
Smoke's down.
Down and out.
Spike carrier down.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
They think themselves are equals. They are mistaken. It begins.
Launching smoke.
Reloading. Dropping smokes.
Cover going out.
Smoke's down.
Shadows traveling.
Out of here.
Time to hunt.
Fire's out. My ult's ready.
That's flanking behind you guys.
Well, let's go. Let's go.
I need help.
You feel?
Healing over here.
I have Molly. You played default.
Cover going out.
Right here.
I'd say 118, 118.
Last player standing. 30
Nice.
seconds left.
My ult.
Yeah, I like
Watch them run. Spike planted.
Nice try, nice try.
Aye, where to?
Let's go mid.
got yous, okay?
Smoke's down. Stim beacon here. Open up the sky.
Shadows traveling.
Enemy spotted.
Cover
B.
going out.
See ya.
To dust.
One enemy remaining.
120, 120, 120. Unlosable.
Barrier deployed. Spike planted.
Nice.
My ult is ready.
Points.
Need
If one
equipment.
link breaks, the rest will follow.
Reloading.
Deadlock, can you buy me here, please?
Cover going out.
Our second carrier's down. Enemy
Spike down B.
Joke's over. You're dead.
It's gonna be mid. Gonna be rogue.
Shadows trapped. Not ready yet.
I got the spike.
Go away, go away, go away.
There's another one. I think ropes.
No peeking.
Just run it, run it, run.
No peeking.
Nice, just
Hey,
go back,
Deadlock,
Deadlock. Go back to the
back
team.
up.
Shadows traveling.
One enemy
That
remaining.
guy's fucking lost. What? He
Here's the-
spawned.
Probably coming through spawn here. I'll fight.
Nice shot.
Here's both.
Match point.
The day is almost done. Take it. Reloading. 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 Reloading.
Wait, let me get that.
I will rip the light from them.
Reloading.
Enemy spotted mid.
Cover going out.
Enemy spotted A. Molly.
Target
Launching
spotted B.
smoke.
Wow.
Pull them to
Headshot.
their
Come sight, come sight. Play for heaven, play for heaven.
Shadows traveling.
target escaped.
Spike planted. My ultimate is ready.
Back like I never left!
Cover going out.
On the money. Enemy and defender spawn.
Watch them run.
It's planted for you, Deadlock.
Deadlock's not with you, so just wait. Deadlock, walk heaven.
You have blind.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Nice job.
Nice,
Good job, guys.
GG.
Attackers win.
The Quran mentions Solomon's special knowledge. We have been taught the language.
Imagine standing at the base of a mountain so treacherous that nearly 1 in 3 climbers
You mentioned just in passing, teenage girls, if they have a free Saturday afternoon, they like to